Fanspeak, where the plan runs deep. The team grind hard, don't eat, don't sleep. From best ball dreams to DFS streaks, they help you print money every single week. No cap, no gimmicks, we breaking limits. NFL bets, yeah, we live this business. Meg and Steve, that OG vision. Draft room killers on a lifelong mission. More stress to the Sunday spread. Fanspeak's that voice that's inside your head. Best ball, DFS, NFL bets. They built it brick by brick, no regrets. Fanspeak team, printing money since day one. Fanspeak, forever.
Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network and another episode of Sibling Showdown. Back in my underdog gear, ready to have the wrong screen up. This is from Best Ball Jeopardy yesterday.
I feel like I'm targeted there.
What? I wasn't trying to bring it up.
Biter, Rudy, biter.
He is right now.
Yeah,
he's literally
Rudy's team Steve.
Yeah, he's biting for Steve. Rudy, come on. I just put your food down. You need to eat. Anyways, but yes, Steve did have a very, very, very close loss to Bindles last night. But Steve, everybody was giving me a hard time like I was some evil sister. I was rooting for you. You had an epic comeback. I was like, I think I was trying to hint to you like 2,500 was a lot to wager on Best Ball Jeopardy. I knew what the question was. It was freaking hard. Can I just ask one question? We said it's going to be as hard as the question at $1,000. You just went for it with 2,500.
I mean, Bindles at that time, I was struggling to keep the board, and Bindles was honestly doing better than I was, in the sense of like, I felt like he had a better feel for the categories left. So I thought I needed to take a lead.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
good explanation.
And then I was just lucky to go on like my best run of the night.
Yeah. You went on a massive run. So yes. Rudy wants to join us. There he is. There's the sweet face. When are they releasing the boxer contest? Huh? But anyway, Steve, you went on a massive run. It literally went down in the last question. So it's been 2 Jeopardies in a row. They've gone down in the last question. Next week is BBG, who faces Neil Warfield. That's going to be awesome. And by the way, speaking of BBG, first of all, I had a blast on Toxic Tower last night. So that was awesome. But BBG is going to be on with me at Friends of Best Ball tomorrow. We're going to do a little earlier, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Friends of Best Ball guy, Eric joining me. I can't wait. Going to be a fun time. Steve, what else? Anything else new?
I will be on with Nice and Blunt tomorrow on his channel at 3 p.m. Eastern, so noon Pacific.
Ooh, okay. 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. I can't talk. Pacific. And I think he's joining you potentially sometime next week too.
Next week, yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Well, I love that. Okay, Rudy's being so naughty. Tonight, we are going to rank our favorite QB running back. Do you see what hold on one second. We're going to rank our favorite quarterback and running back duos in the best ball space and best ball drafts. I'll show some data that Mike sent us. Shout out to Mike Robb, always, of course. And the power of, nailing that duo, soaking up all that touchdown equity. Are you seeing me try to struggle here? So as I'm on the struggle bus, that's what we're doing tonight. Then we're jumping into BABM. Then if we get enough likes, an eliminator. Before I jump to you, Steve, let's say hi to the chat. So Charles put this earlier. He saw obviously the title of this show, which is obviously ranking our top quarterback and running back combos in best ball, and then of course live drafts. He put Dart, Scatabo, Rogers, Ward /Rico. Great show. See you tomorrow. I mean, those are 2 of my favorite because as you'll see, when we look at the data from 2025. Last year that Mike gathered, some of the ones were just the good values. You know what I mean? Like not even the top maybe points scored, but the good values. We'll look at that in a minute. But yeah, nailed it, Charles. Absolutely nailed it. And yes, I have this pinned in chat. I have it linked in the description. 20% off our Fanspeak DEGEN Substack year-round best ball, underdog dailies, NFL DFS, NFL bets year-round, one price. Less than $30 with the link below for 20% off for the year. That I should clarify that for the year. It's the cheapest you'll find in the industry for the kind of stuff we're cranking out. We're doing our best ball. I'm posting another article tonight. We have our best ball rankings update. We update them weekly, obviously more during training camp. We'll have that tomorrow. But you have all of our best ball rankings, best ball articles, and then you get all sorts of content for all that fun in-season DEGEN stuff. Plus, you get a free 400+ page best ball guide. It's insane. I'm sure I'll pull it over tonight during the show, but the link is in the description and pinned in the chat. We got Who Hames, sup fam, good to see you. Who, we got that in here. Quarterbacks matter, absolutely. Let's see. Aiden says favorite combo. I don't know, Cone Rogers. Rogers to Dowdle Warren, love that. Meg biting Steve, Meg biting Steve, Steve biting Rudy, biting Meg. Yeah, lots of biting with Rudy. I was rooting for you. If only your dumbass didn't wager 2,500. Exactly. Exactly. Call me Misha, Rudy. That's right. We got the Rootster in here. Needs to finish his dinner first, and then sponsored by Jeff. Yeah, I got fired up on Toxic Tower. That was absolutely fun last night. Mike says Rudy's just fighting for you. Rudy does love Steve, I think, maybe more than me. So that's totally fair. Thank you, Who Hames. Who Hames, among obviously Mike, Rob, and others in here, very loyal Substack subscribers. The guide alone is worth it. That is such a nice compliment, and we appreciate you, Who Hames. Steve, another subscriber. Good evening, Megan. Steve, let's crush it. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get into the BBM streets probably in 20 minutes after we go through a little fun exercise, then BBM, and then hopefully an Eliminator. Be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the Fanspeak Network. And again, link in the description or the pinned chat. Check out our Substack. And if you hate it, we don't have like a free trial going on right now. If you absolutely hate it, just email me. I'll refund you, but I don't think you're going to hate it. Feel free to take a couple shots when the Eliminator comes around. I don't know about shots, but our chaos usually gives you some plus EV. So Steve, I'm gonna let you talk about some stuff. So I pull up stuff in an organized way and get Rudy too. He's trying to flip the bowl or bite me. Rudy's going to camp this year. Oh, this is good. I'm your Heckle. Very great to see you. David Trebek in the Sean Connery voice. So good. So good. Okay. What's new? Any news that you've been keeping an eye on in the last couple of days?
I wouldn't say anything too crazy. I still think, I talked about this the other day in the show. I do think this Brendan Sorsby supplemental draft, I've seen debate about whether he would get suspended or not. That seems to be very up in the air. We'll see if there's any direction from that. But if he goes to one of these teams, namely the Cardinals, Jets, or the Browns, I think that does kind of upend those quarterback situations, especially for late in the year. Like still maybe Geno would start, still maybe Jacoby Brissett starting the year. But late in the year, it very well could be this guy who's not in the player pool.
So when is the supplemental draft? I know nothing about this at all.
The exact date is sometime in late July, right around when camp starts. I'm not sure exactly. Might be like the week before camp starts. I know his pro day, he's throwing for NFL teams July 10th or 14th, something like that. Okay. So it's obviously after that. Okay.
Do you mind us also retweeting that we're live, Steve?
I did it before we went live, but yeah.
Okay. Never hurts if you could do that. We are live link. Appreciate that. So I know nothing about the Brandon Sorsby stuff. I don't even want to ask questions to make it look like how little I know, but if he was in this draft class, where would he have gone, and where would you have ranked him?
In this past draft class?
Yeah.
I think he would have very well been quarterback too. Obviously I think Mendoza would still be ahead of him, but I think he would have been ahead of Ty Simpson. I mean, you could have, gone either way there. I think Simpson has a lot of upside, but Sorsby's probably a little bit more ready. I think now in saying that, I thought Simpson was more like a fringe first rounder. Rams
Right.
obviously took him much earlier than I thought, so I would have put him in that same category.
Okay, so he's same category. He's not like Mendoza, like that. He
definitely not like the Mendoza camp. But if like I could have seen him being like Jackson Dart the year before, taking end of the first round, somebody trading up for him, that kind of thing. Because there's some fun upside there. Is he a perfect prospect? No, by no means. I think it's very just interesting, because here's the other thing that the way the supplemental draft works, just for you and for anyone else who doesn't know, this is a blind draft. Teams put in their bid and they put in what pick they want to use. So a team could put in the first round pick, but then next year they lose that pick. So with him having some baggage, I don't think anyone's going to put in a first round pick, but it could be a second round pick, could be a third round pick. The report that I think was it Schefter or Rappaport said, somebody said like teams are, it might have been Dane Brugler, day 3 picks, and that could obviously be anywhere from 4th to 7th round pick. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody uses a 3rd round pick. I mean, that to me feels really good. A lot of quarterbacks get drafted in the 3rd round. So it's like Sworsby versus Drew Aller. I mean, Klubnik was a 4th rounder. Like, these kind of guys every year are drafted in that range who almost never really become anything. So he definitely has a chance. If I was him, I wouldn't necessarily want to go to a team like the Browns or the Jets, but those teams, especially the Jets, who have some extra picks, I could see throwing like a 3rd rounder.
Okay, good question by Jim Waller. Great to see you, Jim. Didn't Sworsby want to come out? I feel like he would have been absolutely in the draft class.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously he was forced into this by being suspended, and then he had no idea what his status was, and he had to declare here. I don't know why he didn't necessarily come out this past year, because it was clearly a weak quarterback class, and next year's quarterback class is clearly going to be a better one. So, I never really looked into why he didn't come out, try to come out this past year. But him being in the supplemental draft, I think, does throw an interesting wrinkle. And also, as you know, I'm in, super flex slow draft hell right now. And these teams, we're taking Carson Beck. If the Cardinals could say, yeah, we just spent a 3rd rounder on Carson Beck, but Sworsby, we would have rated, way higher. Like, let's do this. And this is not unprecedented. I mean, this goes way, way, way back. But the Cowboys, the year they drafted Troy Aikman, they used a supplemental 1st round pick on who was Steve Walsh, who Jimmy Johnson knew from Miami. So, it's just like this goes back. Like, teams do this. And, again, I don't think any team uses a 1st and probably not even a 2nd rounder, but I could see some teams use 3rd rounders.
Sorry, I was trying to think of how to show the Google Doc. And let me put this into a Google Doc so I can share that. So, okay. So bottom line is the supplemental draft is sometimes in July, most likely. And it is, it's basically a blind draft. So like if the Cardinals offer a 3rd and the Jets offer a 2nd, the Jets would get them.
Yep.
Is that
so? It's going to be on whatever the draft order was this past year. Would be, so if both teams offer a 3rd, whoever had the higher 3rd would get them.
Okay. Okay. Keep talking about something else fun. My normal smooth transition. I want to get this data that Mike sent me pulled up, and then we are going to do our own little Google Doc data of, just ranking our top running back receiver stack. So go for anything else.
So another interesting thing, this came out just a couple hours ago on Underdog, and Jeremy Fowler reporting that Shedeur Sanders has bridged the gap between him and Deshaun Watson. As we saw last night with Bruni's questions, Watson is taking a couple spots ahead of Shedeur. Shedeur definitely has more value if he is the day 1 starter. I think for sure, because I think a lot of people are kind of projecting that like Watson starts the year and maybe Shedeur, when they're kind of out of it, Shedeur gets another shot. But if Shedeur is just playing all 17 games, then he definitely adds a little bit more value. Not saying he's going to go up to like 150 or anything, but I think that becomes a little interesting. you know, I don't think there's been a lot of big news this week. Unfortunately, it's kind of a down week right now. We're clearly monitoring injuries and reports like that. The other big thing this week was, of course, Rashid Rice getting released from jail and literally running. So, I mean, I guess that's good for his knee and whatever else he's rehabbing. But, not much else. I think we're going to obviously start to get some more interesting reports. I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten more, like when Debo and Diggs sign. I mean, Keenan Allen signed late last year, so maybe it's more in that time frame. I thought we'd kind of have that by now.
Yeah, I did too.
So we'll just have to see.
It has been a slow news. It has been a slow news week for sure. So let's get to it, Steve. Again, hit that like button, whether you're watching live or on replay. And again, check out our Substack link. If for less than $30 a year, I guarantee you're going to love it. You'll get a 400+ page best ball guide too, 20% off, less than $30 a year. If you hate it, I'll refund you, but you won't hate it. Anyways, Steve, let's do this little fun exercise. Let's look at the data from last year as to advance rates for QB running back stacks. You and I talk about this a lot in drafts for basically just either good offenses or cheap offenses, but ideally cheap offenses that are also good offenses, that you can really get a very high advance rate by stacking both the quarterback and running back and basically soaking up all that touchdown equity. So let's take a look at last year's 2025 data here. Mike, shout out to Mike Robb for pulling this together. And I highlighted ones that were basically over, I want to say 22%. So, so obviously the top ones here in, I wasn't able to sort it by, maybe I could on here, but anyways, it's okay. Let's just talk about, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it looks like 11 or 12. So, obviously starting at the top was Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. Obviously it's because Jonathan Taylor obviously was like a first round pick and you got him in the second, sometimes third round, but second round. Daniel Jones goes late. So that's why the advance rate together was 60%. Steve, he's flipping the ball. I just want to throw it out. I just want to throw it out the window. Next is, excuse me, Dak Prescott, Javonte Williams. Javonte obviously went later. They both were like mid-round picks, 46% advance rate for the two. Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, you had to pay for Gibbs, but Goff, middle of the draft, 41%. So those are your top three. Then you have at 38%, Josh Allen, James Cook. That was a pricey one, but one that paid off. Again, you're looking, all these, when you look at it, is like either good offenses, like top 5, top 10, or offenses that the price made up for it. Because some of the ones in the 20% were obviously Caleb, DeAndre Swift. Let's see, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Trevor Lawrence, Etienne, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Tua, Achane, that's mostly dragged by Achane, obviously, and Drake May, Ramondre, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Warden, 23%, Brock Purdy, CMC, 23%. Still, even advance rate, which was obviously carried more by CMC, but then as we know, the hammer, and this is where I'm talking about the ping pong effect, right? Like sometimes a Christian McCaffrey stacked with Brock Purdy can drag you into the playoffs. And then it was Brock Purdy who was the obviously quarterback playoff hammer, finals hammer that you wanted to have. So the two things that you love doing when you stack the quarterback and running back is you're soaking, if it's a good offense and an offense that's scoring top 10 in touchdowns per year for the season, then you're soaking up almost all of that touchdown equity, except for like some fluky touchdowns that's like thrown by the receiver or something, or scored by another running back. Two is you can have that ping pong week either, through, in this case, like the season. Christian McCaffrey helps get you to the playoffs. Brock Purdy helps, get you through the playoffs and the finals. Or you could have the ping pong. Yeah, you could have a ping pong effect in the playoffs. So as you can see, those were the top, very, very top ones. Some, again, were dragged by their running back almost solely, because around 20% exactly was Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson. So obviously it was Bijan Robinson carrying that. So, but again, everything you see that's very, very high are just very, very, very good offenses. So I wouldn't want to do it necessarily. No offense to the Browns. You just talked about it. Maybe they surprise us, but I don't think I'll be doing it with Shedeur Sanders and Judkins, though that is a cheaper one, obviously, but you don't, if it is cheap, you still want it to pay off in some way. Like even the Rodgers, obviously Rodgers and Jalen Warren was very cheap, but it still paid off in a way. So you either want the price to pay off or it to be a top 10 offense. Any thoughts on this before we do our own exercise?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a couple of things that stand out is obviously price matters to ideally if one is super related, I think it helps a lot, but I think there are some interesting ones. Like you mentioned the Purdy CMC one. I mean, Purdy was good in his per game that he played, during the regular season, weeks 1 through 14, but obviously went off quite a bit in the playoffs, and CMC really carried that. I think the other interesting thing is you don't just see it, you see it in different kinds of quarterbacks, like the Stafford, Kyron Williams. Kyron had some passing work, but it was not like a Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs or Tua A-Chain where there's clear correlation there. Even Lawrence, Travis A-Chain. But I do find that interesting. The ones I will say is I do think the Allen Cook is perhaps the most interesting because it ends up being one of the highest. Yeah, and it was the most expensive. I mean, Allen was a 3rd round pick. Cook was a 4th round pick. That was about
it. But together, between passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns for Allen, and total touchdowns for Cook, you literally soaked up so many touchdowns. Yeah, and that's the
and there wasn't even a lot of like overlap with it because Cook actually
he didn't have any pass catching touchdowns,
his worst pass receiving year. But overall, I think it just shows like great offenses. The same with the Lions. Like Lions is relatively expensive. Jahmyr Gibbs was a 1st round pick, and then Goff, 11th round, 12th round, whatever it was last year. And so I think that is the kind of the key that, like great offenses can really make this work. I do think it is tougher on some mid or weaker offenses because, like Geno essentially played the whole year. Genti played the whole year. A lot of these do have injuries. Like Herbert played the whole year and was good, but Hampton missed a ton of time. I mean, Joe Mixon is listed here and he didn't play it down.
I'm trying to find
Shador
on Pro Football Reference.
Shador only played, 8, 6 games or whatever it was, 7 games. And of course, Burrow and Chase Brown, Burrow missed so much time. But, great offenses are going to just produce points. And I think you want as many pieces of that as possible. And obviously you need those guys to stay healthy. The more expensive it is, you need them to play more and more. But I do think it shows like getting full control of really good offenses can advance your teams.
Yeah, I have the Pro Football Reference pulled up.
As Huckleberry says, the Hurt Saquon, that's a tough one because A, it was expensive, but B, they did play the whole year. There was no missed time involved there.
No, I mean, the shout out to their terrible
Kevin
offensive coordinator that got canned. Yeah, total, like if you go to Pro Football Reference, total rushing touchdowns for the Bills, Colts, because obviously even the Danny Dimes one, the highest one was the Colts because of obviously, right? Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. I don't have it in front of me how many rushing touchdowns Daniel Jones had. I could pull that up with shout out the Fanspeak draft guide. But the top 3 teams in rushing touchdowns, Bills, Colts, Ravens. In all 3 of those, the quarterback and the running back contributed. Next, Patriots, and next, Jaguars. All of them, running backs and quarterbacks contributed. Next, Giants. And then the next one that didn't contribute from the quarterback contributing rushing touchdowns was Giants. Those were who led the rush in rushing touchdowns. And those are teams where you're getting it both from quarterback rushing and rushing touchdowns of your running back. And then a lot of those teams that overlapped the passing touchdowns like Detroit, 49ers, Patriots, Cowboys, Bills, are in the top 10 of passing touchdowns. So I think this is very, very, very important to consider. Okay, Mike says it was all based off the quarterback one and the running back one going into the season, which is why the pairings. Tula oil smelled like shit last year. Yeah, no kidding. Good to call index. Stacking QB running back was a check down signal caller back in the day, like a Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman. That's absolutely true, Index. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate you. But now you do look at it more from the lens of, sure, you could look at it from that lens, from like an Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Warren standpoint, who was on this list at above 20% at 23%. But a lot of these are that use their wheels too. It's obviously not Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford had his highest like passing touchdowns, and then Kyron still was that goal line hammer. But a lot of these other ones, not all, but a lot were like Allen, Caleb, Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence for sure, Drake May, Purdy a little bit, definitely added on the rushing touchdowns too. So really, really interesting exercise. So now let's do a fun little exercise. Let me just add a sheet here, Steve. How would you rank? So let's just go, you go first and then I'll go next, and we'll just go back and forth and do our top 5 this year. Price considered, how would you rank? Of course, I do want to say Aaron Rodgers, Enrico, and Dart and Scatabo, though they were close. They were, let's see, what was Dart and Scatabo was, let's see. I saw that on here. Give me 1 second. I want to say it was right around 20%.
18.5.
I don't know how I missed it, but I believe you.
It's an outfit a quarter. I don't know either. just look under Miami. Then
okay. I got it. There we go. Okay. Yeah. 18.5. So above the field advance rate. So there we go.
And would have absolutely crushed if Scadbo doesn't get hurt. Like,
it absolutely
that might have been the high,
because they, like I said, Giants had like the 5th or 6th highest total rushing touchdowns this last season. Come on, Rudy, give me a break. All right. So let's do our own little exercise. Price considered. Let's go and just rank them, each of our top 5. So you go, then I go. And we'll go.
First one, price considered. I'm going to go Ravens, Lamar Henry.
Okay. Lamar Henry. Okay. I've just got peanut butter all over me. It's unbelievable.
Awesome.
Okay. You want to talk quickly about that before I go?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to some others, but this one you don't have to spend a 1st-round pick on. And, Henry's a 2nd rounder. Lamar goes even later than Josh Allen. And, spoiler alert, if you don't say him, I will say Allen Cook. But so it's like the discounted version of that. And we just know what this upside and potential is. Henry still did his job last year. Lamar got injured and then, was kind of down. But there's every reason to believe he'll bounce back. And I think the offense coordinator is better and their offensive line should be better.
Yeah, no, that absolutely makes a ton of sense. I'm debating. We know I'll just do it for the bit, but I really do think it's tops. Cause like you said, if Scatabo played all last year, he had 7 touchdowns, I believe, in only 6 full games. If he plays a full season, I do think it's, 12 to 15 touchdowns. And as I said, Giants had rushing touchdowns, were 6th in the league with 22 rushing touchdowns. Dart obviously contributed to that big way, but you get Scatabo in the 4th round, you get Dart in the 9th round, something along those lines. So price considered, this is not just ranking the best ones, because obviously Allen and Cook would be up here, but price considered, I have to stay on brand. Dart, Scatabo, if they both stay healthy all year, you're talking about similar to last year. I think probably honestly 30 plus rushing touchdowns between the two of them. And because they had 22 last year. And that obviously was the other running backs that contributed that, but we know Tracy's just not as good. And then, and then obviously then Dart's passing touchdown. So, okay. You're next up, Steve.
Goff Gibbs, this has been top 5 offense last, 4 years. And Monty's gone. That was a good chunk of touchdowns. And so if you get both of them, it doesn't matter where they filter to, because Pacheco's only going to get so much of that. And some of those extra touchdowns are going to go to one, if not both of the Goff or Gibbs.
I'm lockstep with you on that. I'm with the Huckleberry. Okay. I'm with Huckleberry that I think Burrow, Chase are in the top 5 if Burrow plays a whole season. He's not adding much on the ground himself, but he has such a high touchdown rate. And then Chase is used. I'll probably have that later down. Bukowski comes in. Good to see you, Bukowski. Any comment after learning that Liam broke down into tears after hearing the news? It wasn't a huge fan of Liam on the Toxic Tower stream. That's absolutely hysterical, Bukowski. That made me truly LOL. Okay, my second one, let's think here. My second one, I'm going to go similar to last year. We're looking at these Pro Football Reference total touchdowns really helps. New England Patriots were again right around the Giants, 22 total rushing touchdowns, and then obviously passing touchdowns. Rudy May had 31 passing touchdowns. So I'm going to go. I'll do a trio here, but and hey, we know I like handcuffing, but I'm just going to say May, Ramondre, Hendo. But one or both with May, I think is absolutely fine. Again, not spending, May is now what 6th round, and then the running backs are right around that area too. So again, this is cost considered. What do you think about that, Steve?
No. I mean, I think it is a split backfield, but it is split between these two guys. I think if you're just looking from the touchdown aspect, Ramondre is the better option. Hendo has more correlation with May. Yeah. Probably, if Hendo gets there, it's because he has a much bigger passing role this year.
Right. Okay, you're up next. What do you got?
I'm going to go Herbert Hampton. I don't think we saw the best in Hampton last year.
I like that.
Yeah. And
you know me, I break rules. Good to see you, DJ Quill. Good to see you, Ant. And yeah, I'm always breaking rules. Okay, go ahead. Herbert
and interrupting me. But no, Herbert Hampton, and just think everything improves for both of them. The offensive coordinator is a massive upgrade. We've seen what Mike McDaniel does with running backs. He's even had 2 running backs feature at the same time. So even if you are worried about like a Mitchell or Vidal, like I don't think you should. But Hampton is a feature back. He's an elite talent. And then Herbert honestly had a great year last year, and everything's upgraded for him with the offensive line. Should be healthy and also improved. And then, Mike McDaniel. So I just think their tempo will be up and they could just score a ton of points.
DJ Quill says it's my kind of stacking. I agree. And I've always said this from, I want to say the 2023 season. I truly like stacking at the different positions. I truly love stacking because, when you stack 2 receivers, some teams, obviously that's very cost prohibitive. That's expensive, but stacking at multiple positions usually allows the total overall price to be, pretty decent there. We got a couple other suggestions in chat. The Daniels with obviously later tier guys. Cooler says Daniels, White, Kyler, Jones, Love, Jacobs, Baker, Bucky, Ward, Pollard. They're all price considered. I think those are all, yeah. And so that's why we have to, try to rank these to the best of our abilities. Another good shot. You cheat on a game you created. That's me. Shuck ETN, the new generation. That feels good. Daniels White feels good. I don't know. I'll let you take that one. It's just not my signature right now. T-Law LaQuint. Rudy, please, for the love of God. Yeah, I'm struggling with because honestly, there are so many good ones on this list. And I am trying to keep in mind cost considered. I was going to do Caleb Swift as my next one. That was going to be okay, he's just eating my arm. He's going to camp in a month. Everybody stay tuned for that. Hopefully that improves these behaviors. But obviously they were right there in total touchdowns. And as far as total rushing touchdowns, they were 19 total rushing touchdowns. As far as passing touchdowns, Caleb had 28. So yeah, I think again for their prices this year, Hartman, Shador, and Sampson. So that's my next one. 2 more for each of us, Steve. There's a lot of suggestions in chat we haven't even touched on.
My next one is the Shuck Travis A-Chain.
Like it. Okay, talk about that.
They clearly paid the A-Chain, and I think Kamara is going to have a role and will eat in some, but I think it's going to be like a 60-40 split. A-Chain can score in a variety of different ways. And we saw Shuck have some rushing upside as well. Second year in the system, was looking good down the stretch. And also they improved their offensive line. I just think there's a lot of upside here for them to be a pretty sneaky good, at least above average offense.
Yeah. And I mean, we know we like the offensive coordinator, another year together, another year for Shuck in Kellen Moore's system, and then they bring over A-Chan. I like that call a lot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that expensive one. the one that was, let's see, if I go back to Rudy, for the love of God, if I go back to even last year at the cost, 38% advance rate. Again, Allen makes up so much of the rushing touchdowns, and it really is, it's not like it's like a 2-3 headed backfield. It really is James Cook. So it's expensive, but it was 38% last year, and contingent that they stay healthy this year, it should be a very high advance rate. You just have to pay for it. Steve, as Rudy's eating my arm and I need to get another more peanut butter, you talk about your last one.
All right. So I did debate. I do like the Burrow Chase Brown one, but I think I'm going to go with a different one. And this is more to just get a price consideration. And that is, I like Kenneth Walker, Patrick Mahomes. I do think Mahomes, if you look, and I know some of it was his
I don't
rushing.
think he's going to run this year.
No, I don't think he will, but he, as was on Rooney's highlights last night, his passing stats were on par with anyone last year. And his rushing did help his ceiling. But Kenneth Walker is the first great back they've had in years, honestly, since Kareem Hunt was cut. And I just think we know what this offense can be. Add in Eric Bieniemy being back. Their defense also took a big hit. What they've been able to rely on these last couple of years of winning games, like, Mahomes leading them to a late field goal, they're not going to be able to do that. Like, their defense lost a lot of pieces. So I think they're going to have to go back to winning some shootouts, and now they have weapons to do it.
Okay, I just put Jaden Daniels. Obviously, if he stays healthy, I don't think he's going to stay healthy all season, but if he stays healthy, obviously with Rashad White makes sense as a pass catcher, but obviously choose the running back because we don't know right now. I'm arbitraging and taking the cheapest one with Katron Allen, but choose your own adventure. Obviously, again, White does make the most sense there. Let's do some honorable mentions, but obviously from a running standpoint, he could significantly contribute. And so then you have Lamar, Dart, May, Allen, Jaden Daniels as the ones that are going to probably contribute a lot on the ground. Whereas, Herbert, Shuck, Caleb are kind of sneaky, could do some contributing running on the ground, but obviously passing. And then obviously, Goff and Mahomes are going to be more from the pocket doing their job and the running back doing their job. But some honorable mentions. I do agree with Burrow, Chase Brown. Obviously a bounce back year if the new offensive coordinator hurts Saquon. There are a couple other ones, and there were some other good ones in chat. Let's get the
one
chat
that I
involved.
don't think you'll agree with is Stroud Montgomery.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Okay, well, I think Bryce considered it's pretty damn good.
Okay, yeah, I like Montgomery. Yeah, Steve, their total passing touchdowns for Stroud, he was like he was in the bottom third. I'll say that. Let's just do a couple honorable mentions of the best ones in chat. What were some of your other favorite ones from chat? Bark, I'm going to F up that camp. Bark.
Sounds about right.
All right, that's hysterical. Malik, a chain is a good one. I'll put that as an honorable mention.
I do think that's a good one because we know the upside that a chain has, and Malik Willis, if it hits, we're getting a really good discount on his style of play.
I'm gonna fuck up that can. Oh, do not be putting that out in the universe. I need my DAC to stay healthy. Index says if Malik hits 25, 28 touchdowns, imagine there'll be primarily a lot on the ground. That makes sense. Okay, I know we're getting to the BBM is next. Good to see you, Jeremy. I thought there was one other one in here. I put JD running back. I thought there was Coolers had some of these. We already talked Daniels, Kyler Jones. I just don't love the Minnesota running backs. Love Jacobs. I'd say Baker, Bucky.
I don't like the Baker Bucky because I don't know if Bucky has a touchdown role.
That's true. That's a really good point.
And then he doesn't also correlate receiving wise. So
he did a little bit on it, but obviously
I think Gainwell just dunks on him in that area.
Yeah. probably of all these, the one, but good shout outs by coolers on this. Probably love Jacobs and Kyler Jones, Kyler Jones or Kyler, whoever you like the most. Did Ward he didn't have any rushing touchdowns last year, did he?
He'd like one or two.
Okay. I'm going to add Kyler, obviously another running quarterback, truly. Jones / I already forgot his name, Mason, and Love and Jacobs if he's not in jail. Okay, there's your honorable mention. So there are, Steve, and I'm probably going to use this damn thing for a article. That's the beauty of it, because again, we love all the shows and content we're cranking out here on the Fanspeak network, but we also love what we're cranking out on the Substack. I'll have an article up tonight, tomorrow's rankings update. And again, it's year round. It's best ball rankings, articles, it's underdog dailies, DFS, and NFL bets. And just for us to be DEGENs and win together all year long, less than $30 a year, link in the description. So I'm going to label this, and shout out to Mike Robb for this suggestion. I'm going to label this so that then I can do an article about this. So this was awesome. Now, and thank you for everybody who shouted out some in the chat. Baker Gainwell, that makes sense. Carson Benjier for the unemployed. That's hysterical. Yeah, I mean, hell, if Mendoza comes in early, or Mendoza Genti, is kind of fun. It's kind of sneaky. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I have the right underdog pulled up? I believe I do. Please say he's fallen asleep. I beg and pray. Okay, underdog, BBM. Whoever wants to join us, I am bringing over underdog. We are jumping in a BBM. Let me just do a refresh, make sure everything's good. I logged in all the best ball overlay. I'll do my updated rankings tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have a chance to do that before the show with BBG, but I will count it down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter, and 2 more. So if you want to join us, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. We are joining. I have best ball overlay updated. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to
Jeremy, we got Paul, nice. And Buddy Man Mike. So
okay, Buddy Man's Mike. Okay, thank you. Okay, so awesome. Good call outs. Icon, Legion, we're at 6, Mike at the 12 spot. Let's go. Good luck to all. Here we go. Bucky doesn't touch the ball inside the 10. Yeah. That's why I have taken just a little Bucky, but a lot more Gainwell and Sean Tucker. Steve would love Trey Lance, Keaton Mitchell. Hell no. I need Herbert to stay healthy. I want more Herbert for sure. Good pick. Yeah. Okay. Pick 2 for Jeremy, the icon. Did you call any guesses on the Frenchie? I actually called Steve today and I said, I'm really hoping it's Frenchie Marathon or Frenchie Eliminator, Frenchie Sprint. One of these Fridays, I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow, but one of these Fridays, I hope I'm on with Friends of Basketball and it's like, oh my God, Frenchie Marathon or Frenchie Sprint's here. That's my hope. Kyler Mason, undervalued. Yeah, that's a cheap one for sure. Okay, you look like you were going to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Okay. I'm trying to think of something. I feel like you and I always go like JT or McCaffrey. Do you want to pull up and have some fun with like a Amon-Ra or Lamb? I just want to do something different.
Let's pull up Jefferson.
No. I hate that one. We can do that on your account. Amon-Ra or Lamb, your choice.
Amon-Ra.
All right. I want more Goff, so this works. Okay. We're right in the middle, so I'll go to the board. Rudy, wait here. Come sit on my lap, sweetie. Come here. Come on, sit on my lap. When is there a boxer contest? Is that what you're crying about? the Rudy burner said, I'm gonna fuck that shit up, that camp up.
Yep.
Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, you're nuts.
Oh my.
Jones, JT, Warren slept on. Yeah, that's a fun one with the stacks. And we could do this exercise with obviously tight ends, with receivers, with full intact. Because honestly, my favorite one is truly again, on offenses that are either super undervalued, like you're getting them late, like the Steelers, and they're going to finish top 10 or top 12, or just awesome offenses hitting it from quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, because then the total price isn't usually that much. Gino Brees, Steve, your choice. No, God, no. Michael Scott gift.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Already a no in the first round. Yeah, that's about right. Steve, how much Jefferson do you have? I'm worried about you.
I mean, I'm just a little above the field, but I want you to be also.
Shout out. Remind me to talk about why am I not? Was it Best Ball Muse put out like data, but didn't include BBM3. It just included data from BBM4. Okay, top of the board of ADP, H.N. Henry, Bowers, AJ Brown. Do you want to get weird and do Bowers?
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird. This is fun. I probably don't have I said I want to be over the field on Bowers, and I'm only at 4.5%. So let's get crazy. We're gonna land this plane. Okay, thank you. So I saw the Best Ball Muse put out all this data of like your advance rates and like your strategies and your players that you basically got right, got wrong in the last 3 years. But right now it's only for BBM, and I don't do a ton of BBMs, but it was only up to BBM so 4, 5, 6. Obviously I made the finals BBM 3. So it would be interesting. I'm oh my God. Sorry. Okay. Okay. No, we can't do that either. I'm sorry. That's just, we're going to lose viewers. I can't imagine. But I believe if you upgrade for like $29 a year, you get like the full picture of all your contests and, can really like kind of historically look at all that. So I do think that is definitely interesting to get the full picture of all the years and all the different contests. But I saw that going around on Twitter today. We got Candyman in here. What is going on? Candyman, how's your US Open so far? Why can't Spieth make a freaking putt? I was so stressed watching that. That was tilting my face off. He'll be back tomorrow morning. But great to see you. I don't take Gino, but it is cheap. He is cheap. If you do think Gino's going to make it, if you went Jefferson team there, you definitely was chalked. Yeah, that was fun mixing it up. Okay, Jim's in line with you, 14% Jefferson. But yeah, it's just different for us. We're very robust RB drafters. So, if this is still here. I like these and we could catch up. Oh, wait, where's Legion? Okay, we'll be back before Legion for Scatabo. What do you want to do? Higgins, McConkey?
Let's do Higgins.
Okay. I feel like McConkey. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say I feel like that open. It's the same bye week as hold on. Shit. It's the same bye week as Amonra. I didn't love that.
Yeah, but I'm fine either way, but I like the Higgins call.
So you just have him ranked over Ladd.
Well, and it's also I like Herbert, but could get Burrow back in a couple rounds. Could be a fun.
Yeah. I just think getting like setting up like a Goff Herbert stack is cheaper, in overall total.
And you don't want to do Burrow Goff, obviously.
Right. No, in fact, I need some more poor toy. Sounds like someone's getting murdered. Is Meg hiding a clown? Oh no, just Rudy being wild. Feels like I haven't gotten much Scatabo. I keep clicking Jacobs in the fourth now. Okay, well, I literally and Legion was in the Toxic Tower draft last night, and I'm literally like, where's Legion? I know to look out for Legion and Scatabo, but honestly, I don't know that he's going to come back to 43. So, nope, he doesn't.
There he goes.
I'm sad already. If McConkey's there, I'm going to fight for that. One guy I'm going to be moving up my rankings is Tear Bear. I just feel like he's going to be getting so much volume because all the other receivers stink. But how about we do a little bit of a oh my God. Okay. Of a our version of a zero RB. We will, obviously. So
Yeah.
Terry or Mike Evans?
Let's go with Terry.
Yeah, I don't have much. As you can see, I have 12% Evans, 9% Terry. Shout out Best Ball Overlay code Fanspeak for 25% off, just $30 a month, to be able to manage your portfolio, see your percentages, see the highlight the correlations, see the playoff weeks, which is key. Definitely do like the 49ers schedule, Chargers, Chiefs, Philly, all good weather or dome, or I guess week 16 is at Kansas City. But yeah, absolutely is key if you're managing volume. So 031, definitely different for us, Steve, but I think we will land the plane. Honey, I know. Let's not.
Rudy seems to like the draft.
He's loving it. He's loving it. You know how he eats my socks? I got him a little sock. Why don't you get your bear? Okay. We're gonna lose viewers. Okay. We're a team here, bud. Okay. Kelly loves hearing the joy. I was like, I feel like we are gonna absolutely lose.
You might need a separate Rudy cam.
Yeah. Oh, we do need a separate Rudy cam. Okay, Mike Robb. Again, another thing, shout out Mike Robb. Coolers, they do so much behind the scenes for us. So Mike is tracking all the Fanspeak fam stream drafts. And again, Fanspeak fam, link in the description, join emojis, team reviews, a contest with this data, and 2 extra shows per week on Sunday. He's tracking it for data and for a contest. This is Legion's 36 Fanspeak fam stream draft.
We're on the
Wrecking
clock.
Crew. Yes, my bad. I saw. Okay. Ew.
I think take Devontae Adams.
Okay. What about JMO for the double stack?
No, let's take Devontae Adams. There's just more upside there, and gives another quarterback option.
Yeah. Okay. Man, this is running backs here.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna have to be like a 7 running back team. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Like only 2 tight ends,
Oh, definitely. Only 2 tight ends. Yeah. I feel like we should still anchor it here. Sorry. These are on my ranks. So, Rudy, stop. So anyways, I got that there just in case we want to get our anchor, unless a receiver we really like falls to us.
Well, I think the other option is if Jaden falls to us.
Oh, yeah.
So then you could do Jaden Goff as your core.
Yeah. Are you worried? I mean, not just, that I wish I had his petite frame. Are you worried that just a new coordinator, it sounds like he's learning a lot of different verbiage, longer calls. Like this is a really, really new system from the last 2 years from everything.
Yeah. And I understand like it, is definitely different than Kingsbury, definitely different than what he ran in college. But I do think he's a very cerebral, hardworking quarterback. So I don't worry about it too much. I know
he's super hardworking.
And him and Blau are very tight. Like they were very good friends, as when Blau was just the assistant quarterback coach, assistant to the regional manager. And so I think it's I'm not worried about that. I think Blau will find a way to get the most out of him and utilize his strengths the most. So I actually feel pretty good about that aspect of it.
Huckleberry Finney, I know this was a little bit ago. He might, if he still needs 3, looking for a pit bull. He missed the BBMs, but thank you for joining us. Okay, Jaden goes. Burrow's there, but I feel like we have to catch up at running back.
Let's go running back since we would rather target Goff.
I kind of say Ramondre just to get the better offense. What do you want to do?
I mean, I would say Price because Ramondre is likely there on the way back.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at. I guess I was looking at my ranks. I don't know that he's going to be there on the way back.
It's not guaranteed, but there's a real shot. It's like literally right at his ADP.
Okay, 78.
Legion took Ramondre. Never mind.
Okay, let me sort by ADP here. I mean, obviously, if there's a big old fall on Burrow. By the way, did you see the clips on? Okay, Rudy, just play with anything. Oh my God, this is. You might have to start going in a crate. just queuing up some. Did you see the clip on Twitter of, and I actually saw this live on Best Ball Breakfast. Adam Levitan joins Pete every Best Ball Breakfast, and he was like losing his mind about Pete not using the star method. I am such a star method girl that I like, it spoke to me. It really, really, really spoke to me. Okay, so Jaden went, Burrow just went. Let me queue up. Goff's one that typically fall, 107, but I just want to keep my eyes on it. Any other running backs? I'm not a Chuba. Harvey, he's coming off some.
I mean, if Chuba is there, I think we can consider it.
I would pull up Rico or Pollard.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure there's no falls on receivers. No, I wouldn't say there's any like at 77. Anything we like have to have, given that we already.
This room is very running back hungry. So
yeah, Chuba and Pollard go.
Yeah.
Let's see what Legion does. If Rico's there, I'm taking Rico. 20% Rico down.
Okay.
Just get that. Okay. You needed a good second. 0241. Shit. What the hell did the
Guess you found another squeaky toy.
Okay, let me go back to the board. Okay, I'm going to mute myself for a second. I need to also go find his Kong, and it might be a start. I'm going to go off screen for a minute just to talk about fun stuff.
All right. Well, I hope you come back for the next pick, but
I will,
because otherwise we're taking Goff really early. But overall, this is a price Rico start to running back room is fine. I think still we got to go 6. Receivers, easily we feel good here, and tight end Bowers. So yeah. Running back hungry room, but Tootin went 6th round. Weird. Yeah, it is. I mean, the running back price is a little off in this one. Jaden has the VR system. He's all good. Best Ball Cabal loves Rudy. And
he is adorable. I love Rudy. He's so sweet.
This is true. The sock will be decimated in 5 minutes. He actually doesn't destroy a lot of toys, but if it was a real sock, it would be toast.
You're making a true crime doc about Rudy and that toy. That's hysterical. You haven't been getting Scatabo Legion because every time you're in the draft with Meg, that is true. There is that factor. I like that Kelly enjoyed the toy. Some people enjoy the toy, but I don't know. Okay, a little early for this.
No.
What do you want?
I think Monangai.
I was just gonna say. Quick check. Anything else like falling value?
I mean, Harvey is fine there, but I think
I just feel like, we need a little bit more. With the Harvey injury news, that kind of freaked me out a little bit, I have to say.
And I think Harvey will start to fall more. So.
Okay, so we'll be back at 102. That's right around Goff's price. Hopefully he's there.
No, I think we could take quarterback with the next 2 picks, Goff, Stafford, if it works out that way.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Stafford as far as like I just feel like it could go back to as far as like the passing touchdowns, like but the price is way up. So,
but I talked about this in the article that I wrote. That Goff is going as like quarterback 17 right now or whatever. Like he doesn't have to finish quarterback 3 to pay off. Like he can be quarterback 9 and it's still a tremendous value. He could be quarterback 12 and it'd be a tremendous value. And I just think we'd be attaching ourselves to one of the best offenses and definitely one of the best offensive minds in the league.
Yeah. Mike Robb said he'll be putting out some stats in Discord the next few weeks and then the fun contest during the year. Track results versus the Shoup. So this is for Fanspeak fam members only. Again, click join. Just $3.99 a month for emojis, team reviews, which we'll do after the draft. And of course, this awesome contest data that you'll see in Discord of your teams drafting with us, which is awesome. I love to see Legion's been in 36 with us. That's amazing. And then of course, 2 extra shows per week on Sundays, Sunday Night Football with the Shoups. You covered that. Jim said the hungry room, C-Money, good to see you. Okay, we are almost back on the clock, and hopefully Legion does not take off and we can take him. And then we can decide what to do next. Legion's making us sweat it out to the last seconds. And he goes Myers, we go Goff. So we are 1-3-4-1. Obviously highlights thanks to BBO. So Amon-Ra with Goff. Price, Daddle, Monongai kind of caught up there. I would like, still like to address it more. Maybe if we keep it could be like a 6 RB, but we will see. Here, double tapping, I don't mind. I'm looking at other potential. Oh, you talked about Stafford. I kind of wouldn't mind. I'm like really obsessed with Baker this year. I think he's way underpriced. So do we have any other I mean, obviously a lot of these guys you can potentially backstack as well.
I mean, we shouldn't take Kyler because he's the same buy as Goff, but I think there'd be good value there. Otherwise, I like the Bo Nix. He's falling, and I just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. He's finished as quarterback 7 each of his first 2 years in the NFL, and they go out and get a better receiver. So, I just think he's a great value going as late as he is going now.
I want to just see the playoff schedule. So Bo is Vegas, Buffalo, New England. I just love Baker's New Orleans, Atlanta, Rams. I know tough defense, but I'd vote Baker, but I'll what do you think?
Let's go Bo Nix.
Okay.
I think you need more Bo Nix. You definitely need more Jordan Love.
Oof.
0.
Whoops.
But this, we've passed Love's main stacking partners. So
yeah.
And Golden's still out there, but
good to see you. See money. Chuck Bass says you are breaking my heart with this draft. I'm supposed to be 30 days sober, but I might break it tonight.
Oh my God!
How does this draft break your sobriety? Is it our drafts that bad, or our drafts that good? What is it, Steve?
I think it's probably the former.
Thanks for joining us, Chuck. Mike says you guys want to trade T for Jacobs. I'm throwing T around. He says, don't be surprised with that Lions schedule. Goff ends up top 8, basically. Yeah, I absolutely love. I need more Lions in general. Lion stacks, Goff stacks for sure. And
this is in total points, and obviously that can be influenced by guys missing time. But I mean, staying healthy, is pretty key. Goff, I think, has finished quarterback 6 and quarterback 8 the last 2 years. Like we're talking about a guy who has shown just real top 10 upside. He has got no shot of being QB1. Even Stafford's year last year, he had no shot of QB1. And but just where we're getting him, I think, is just tremendous value.
Okay, 126. Oh my God, Baker, Legion, don't do it, please.
Oh my God. It's got the same buy as Knicks.
I'm just doing it. I'm not even asking you.
Who's shocked?
Rudy, please stop. Hey, I mean, this is how you don't get me to draft Aaron Rodgers when I get a massive.
That is true.
Like, why is Baker going 126? That is bananas. I wrote about this in a recent article. He, is going as QB 20, I believe. And last year he finished QB 12, but the 2 prior years it was like QB 3 and QB 8 or something like that. Maybe it's QB 8, 3 and QB 10, QB 4, QB 10. You get it. QB 4, 10, 12, whatever. It's good. And in that he was even QB 12 in what most people consider a down year. Obviously he started with the MVP talk and then fell off with injuries and team injuries, and I think he was playing a little banged up. But yeah, we're 3-3-4-1 now, and I feel really good about this. We can obviously backstack Bakey. Liking that, Steve. Liking this. I feel like it's a different build for us too.
Exactly. I was just going to say that it's a different build in multiple ways. I mean, elite tight end, waiting on running back, 3 quarterbacks in a row. But it's like, especially in a BBM, I think getting unique like that, could be that secret sauce. Like we saw last year where maybe it's one of those things like, Baker's the playoff guy, but you needed Goff for the regular season, Goff Knicks for the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. 3-3-4-1 done at quarterback. I think it depends what we do at running back. It could be like a 3-6-7-2. Does that sound right? Does that even equal right? I'll throw out these two. This is not a good running back area, even though that correlates. I don't like Coleman that much. So I would definitely.
I think Woody Marks or Pacheco. No, probably.
Can we just take a good Travis? I mean, we could even be done at 6 if you want to. If we take.
Okay, if you really want to.
Woody Marks, these dust ball running backs are going to fall back. This is. I mean, these are yuck running backs, Steve. Yuck. Yuck. I'm going to vomit. Like I have 1% of each of them, and I think they were with you. And I would rather like pull up like a Spears.
Why?
Why not? I mean, why these guys?
Woody Marks is going to have 35-40% of the work.
You hated Woody Marks as a prospect.
I did, but his role is what his role is. Like, you know, I've never been a big Jalen Warren fan, but his role is what it is, and we're getting a version of Jalen Warren 70 picks later.
Oh no, they went. That's a I don't like Price. I say we just pull up Spears, but
no, don't pull up Spears.
What else do you want to do?
I would take our second tight end and be done.
Wouldn't you rather just get Kate Otten later and get Spears now?
I would take
I don't care about CLV value just to say, oh no, we lost 8-10 spots on Spears and whatever, but you're not happy with.
Or if we want to be done at receiver, let's take Trey Tucker and be done at receiver.
No, we don't need to. I think we need a running back, Steve.
All right, I just don't love Spears at this price, but we can take him.
Thank you. You got your way with Bo Nix.
Okay.
And Price and somebody else, I think.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, you've gotten your way a lot today, I'd say. Yeah, the ideal build is a 3-5-7-3 Scatabo, 18 times spread across each position. I mean, my 3-5-7-3s with Scatabo feels so nice. What Mike says, my Woody Marks exposure would make Meg vomit. Yeah. Oh, how much do you have, Mike? You have to let us know. Sup, Shoup? It's good to see you, nice and blunt. Yep. Steve was just talking. He's joining Adam tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow, yep. Right? Yeah. Say it again. What time?
3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. And that you'll be joining him. And then Adam will be on with Steve sometime next week, I believe, as well. But great to see you. Okay, we are. Okay, I know you forced it, and I just didn't want to go into the 163s. Like, yeah, he could have still been there, but I just didn't want to force. Like, Jonah Coleman hasn't even gone. Like, I mean, you didn't really love him that much as a prospect.
No, I wasn't suggesting Jonah Coleman.
Look at Aaron Rodgers just staring me in the face.
I know, it's shocking. Most people will take him 20 picks by now.
Where does Cade go these days? I'm just keeping an eye, using the star method, just like Adam Levitan. Okay, so these Ryan Flournoy I love, and Sean Tucker obviously correlates too. Or Sampson.
I think Flournoy. I think Flournoy is fine.
Okay, that works. We agreed on that. So I think the question is, since we're definitely only doing 2, I don't think we have to stop at 6.
What are our next 2 pick numbers? If you can show
that's a good call. So our next 2 pick numbers are 174 and 187. That is important to look at. Unfortunately, it's like right around. Yeah. Cade Otten. I
think if Otten is there, we take him. I don't mind pulling him up.
I mean, I know Tucker doesn't correlate from the pass catching perspective, but you don't want to just take Tucker, who's on the rise in BBM.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind Tucker.
I just don't think we reach Rotten just to reach Rotten. If we, we got a big fall on Baker. Okay, Sampson goes. I mean, we have a backup tight end that is just a slam fucking dunk. So I don't think we reach on tight end. tight end.
No, there
I mean, I
are
don't have a Steeler in this draft. This is like
there are
making-
other tight ends. There's no question on that.
Yeah. I'll click the running back tab. Anybody else that you really like at this ADP? We're coming up at 174. It's right around Tucker's ADP, Tank Bigsby's ADP, and then everything else is kind of a reach. So
Yeah.
I do like Katron later, just as and Emmett keeping an eye on stuff. Please stop.
Yeah, I mean, if Tucker's there, I think we take him. I mean, Tank Bigsby's fine.
I haven't taken him much, as you can see, 3%. Stop.
Yeah, I'm not super high on him.
All right, let's see what Legion does here. 2 by week 9s. What's Tucker's ADP? Or he's by week 10. We have 110. That's fine. We'd have 2 9s, 2 10s, and he goes Schultz. We'll go Tucker to get our 5th running back after kind of doing a 0RB and taking our first running back at 67. We definitely want a minimum of 6. Okay, so we're at 3, 5, 6, 1. Yeah, I kind of just highlighted running backs like going later that I like, and a couple, obviously the tight end that correlates and the tight end that, is just the best pick on the board. Yes, nice and blunt. Looking forward, or Adam, looking forward to Steve's appearance on your show and your appearance on our show. Love it. Mike says 22% due to Monty being too rich for my blood. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What is this? Rodgers went undrafted. Okay, our puppy drafter is just nuts. There were 6 2 QB builds. That's really interesting. This got my guy. Come on, baby. My good friend. No, he is my good friend. I love that he comes back after me being a dumbass the first time we virtually met. No, I love he jumps in our chat. Good to see you. He said this is Puppy BM. This is a BBM here, and we'll most likely do an eliminator unless the chat has another strong opinion for the next draft. Okay, come on. Okay, 187. So I guess if Otten's there, we'll take him over Fryerman.
Yes. Oh my.
Well, kind of fun that we got, Tampa correlation, and then potentially can still get the stack.
Look at Rodgers still there.
Oh, do we go 4 QBs? We started late. This is insane. Let's get crazy, Steve.
Oh my.
We just started pick 100. You just wrote an article. Shout out to Steve. Article on the website about how to land a draft picking after 102.
Took Kate Otten.
Oh, okay. Bummer. We have to take Pat Fryerman. Oh my God. I didn't look at the buys. I was like, holy shit. So how many picks are left? 2 picks left. So probably just 1 running back, 1 receiver for 3, 6, 7, 2, Steve.
I think so. Yeah.
That was close. He almost made it back to us. I mean, we got an awesome Paul and
I mean,
Baker.
we could even go 7 receivers, to be honest. I think our buys are fine. Or 7 running backs and 6 receivers, because we've spent so much early on it. But I think we end up going 3, 6, 7.
What are our buys? We did have the 2 week 6s. We have 2 week 6s, 2 week 7s. So I'd probably say still go 7, but and it's not like these, the pocket of running backs here, unless both the ones we had queued up fell to us or something. So
yeah.
We talked about an eliminator. Jeremy says I'm always going to vote for VBM, but we can do a vote. Terry in here, good to see you. I've been trying to be different and take Washington over Muse. I have taken some Big Darnell, but obviously you can get them later too. I am mixing it up, and I am handcuffing, which I know I talk about a lot. Handcuffing running backs. I'm playing with Rudy's Fox. Handcuffing running backs, tight ends, and I do with the Steelers or Rams. I think that is fun. Lay down, buddy. Lay down. JT says, I've done 5 DK, 3 UD drafts today and took Rodgers in 6. Can't believe he's going late. JT, shout out to you.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy that, has he still not gone? Did Jacoby Brissett just go ahead of him?
My God, this is insane. Let's take him.
But he does.
Let's go 4, 6.
No.
6, 2. This is going to be wild. Steve, come on. Let's have some fun. Come on.
No,
Okay,
well, we
damn
need
it,
the running. We need the running back first.
I know, I have it queued up. I mean, these other running backs are absolute dust balls. And then,
Exactly.
receivers. Now I do, there are some receivers. Oh, Legion takes Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
The dream's dead.
Thank you for saving us, Legion.
No, he is awesome. I think in BBM, especially, I talk about wanting 3 stacked quarterbacks. We would have had 4 stacked quarterbacks. Technically, very, very, very technically. Oh, we didn't stack Knicks. Okay, I guess we should do that with our last receiver.
Yes, Troy Franklin. Franklin or Pat Bryant, either one.
I guess Franklin went.
No.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he almost never goes this early.
Let's look at the board and see where he went to at 195. Yeah, that does seem early. So Legion took Rogers as his third with Hurts and Lamar, so did double ain't, but took the value. I like that, Legion. I like it. And he got Katron Allen too. Look at Legion, just sharp, taking a lot of good picks there, like that. Okay,
but I like Pat Bryant. I like Pat Bryant also. I prefer Franklin a little bit, but I think Bryant, one of these guys, I think actually both will have fantasy, spike week value. So I think Pat Bryant's pretty solid 18th round click. This Denver offense.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Well, it just has real top 10 potential, and we're taking with no real feasible tight end, we're taking their third receiving option in the 18th round. That seems kind of crazy.
My guest for tomorrow, Best Ball Guy, Eric at 11 a.m. Eastern. So excited for Friends of Best Ball with Eric tomorrow. I had a blast with them on Toxic Tower yesterday. Says Henderson going to be the 1-2 turn next year. Possibly. You never know, but I can't wait to draft with him tomorrow. JT. Yeah, Rogers starting 17 games going that late. Jeremy said he had Wilson and McBride, so that's why he took Rudy. You're driving me insane. Okay, we're going to go Pat Bryant to finish it out, right? Okay, 3-6-7-3 it is. So he took.
That's why he took Jacoby Brissett. And it's not necessarily I think Jacoby Brissett's fine for that range. It's just, it's crazy that Rodgers is getting passed up that much,
Yeah. And Paul said, I let that go on long enough. Yeah. Absolutely. Terry says Pittman or DK. I have more DK, but I'm thinking need more Pittman. Oh, I'm big on Pittman. I think, the getting the ball out quick, the West Coast offense is going to really lean into Pittman. Don't you agree, Steve?
I do. I think both are fine because DK, they both go late. They go so late. For as bad as anemic as the offense was last year, which I think it's going to be much better this year.
Oh yeah.
DK was wide receiver 26, and that was in total points. That's with him being suspended the last 2 games. So I just think
That's right. It was 2 at the end of the year. That's right.
I just think there's a lot of upside for both of these guys. Is either one going to be a top 10 wide receiver? No, but could they be wide receiver 17 and 24? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, I say it over and over. When Mike McCarthy is a healthy quarterback, he has honestly top 5 offenses. So I really just think that this offense is going to outperform people's expectations, and we're getting a massive discount on all of them. So I like both Pittman and DK, but obviously you have the discount on Pittman. Okay. Let's go over our team quick and then go over our Fanspeak fam. So we are 3-6-7-2, Goff, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield. That's a fun quarterback room. Obviously went 0 RB, which is different for us, but we threw 6 at it started and got at least 3 before 100 with Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle. Oh, we did have double Pittsburgh stack there. I'm a little bummed out now that Legion got the Aaron Rodgers fall. Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monangai, Tajay Spears, Sean Tucker, Emmett Johnson. It's a 0 RB room. I don't love it, but I think we did the best, and I'm glad we took 6 there. Amon-Ra, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Vontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ryan Flournoy, Pat Bryant. Obviously a super fun, a lot of upside, a lot of touchdown equity receiver room, and then Brock Bowers, early and late, but 2 tight ends that I love. What do you think about this team, Steve? Did we land the plane?
Well, and I think, again, we're playing an underdog. We're looking for touchdowns, and I think we got touchdown guys. Can you go to the running back room real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
Jadarian Price, we'll have to see, but he's definitely more, on the ground than through the air. But Rico, Monangai, Sean Tucker can all just be real touchdown guys. So I think that can help save this team. And then receiver wise, the touchdown upside and potential. Amon-Ra, for being a small receiver, are you going to scroll down or?
My bad. Sorry.
Amon-Ra, for being a smaller slot receiver, he might be a top 5 red zone receiver in this league. T. Higgins is probably right there with him. Terry McLaurin, we saw 2 years ago when he was the only target, got 14 touchdowns. And we just know Devontae Adams gets touchdowns like nobody else in this league. So just the raw touchdown upside there, week in, week out. Obviously for this team, we're expecting the flex to come more from the receiver room. And then tight end wise, Brock Bowers. I mean, this guy, if he's healthy, is going to have 150 plus targets. So just absolutely love the touchdown potential for this room. We need the running backs to break the right way and, to kind of ping pong each other because there's not as much consistency as we'd want. But I think there's a real chance that we could get enough out of that room.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Mar Edon in here. Steve May, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's go to the Fanspeak Fams draft. So Icon, right? Jeremy?
Yep.
Right? Is Jeremy?
Yep.
And then Icon at the 2-3-5-8-2. Purdy, Daniel Jones, Jacoby Brissett. He said he had the Arizona stack. Bijan Robinson, Jeremiah Love. Yeah, so he'd love to. Chuba, Woody Marks, Emmanuel Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Alec Pierce, Michael Wilson, excuse me, Matthew Golden, Wandale Robinson, Deebo Samuel, Ted Hurst, and then Trey McBride, Kenyon Sadiq. So did the early and late as well. Definitely think that makes sense. I think structurally makes sense with the double anchor. Everything makes sense. Obviously has stacked up because you have Mike Evans with Purdy and Arizona stack, Pierce. And then Daniel Jones and Pierce. Yeah. So looks nice to me. Any other thoughts on this team, Steve?
Yeah. Like you said, double anchor also kind of, waited on quarterback with Brock and then waited for Daniel Jones and then Jacoby Brissett. Stacked up with McBride and Love. I think the running back room is strong. Chuba and Woody Marks. I'm a fan of Woody Marks. I think the top 4
you want that on record?
Yes. Okay. At his price, I'm a fan of Woody Marks. Like when Big Board opened, he's going like 120. No, I was not a fan of Woody Marks. So anyways, I like how this build came out. And, the receivers, I think, are a lot of fun and a combo like Spike Week and floor guys. Yep,
absolutely. Let's go to Legion, who said, one of the 7th receiver, Rogers fall got me. Yeah, that's a massive fall. And again, I think in BBM, especially the gauntlet of 1 of 12, 1 of 14, having that third quarterback is huge. So 3-6-6-3, obviously he had the double like elite quarterback, and that's why he said he was going to be fine with it. But tacking on Rodgers that late, 25 pick fall or whatever is amazing. And hey, he did what we talked about, right? Lamar, Derrick Henry was your first ranked of the QB running back stack, and he nails it there. So Lamar, Hurts, A-Rod, Henry, Ramondre, J.K. Dobbins, Jordan Mason, Brian Robinson, Katron Allen. We had that queued up like that pick. Puka, Zay Flowers, obviously with Lamar as well. T-Mac, Jacoby Myers, Steph Diggs, Kayshawn Boutte, Mark Andrews stacked as well, Brenton Strange, and Dalton Schultz. So I don't know if he had anybody with Hurts, but that's okay. Obviously with his rushing upside alone. Absolutely makes sense. To go 6 running backs here, I think. So the 3-6-6-3 makes sense to tack on Rodgers that late. I think that's awesome. What are your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, I mean the quarterback upside here. Like yes, you took Lamar and Hurts. I think got Hurts at a discount. Also, I know he's high on Hurts, and then you get him half round later. But yeah, still tacking on Rodgers because this is a BBM, and it just takes Rodgers hitting either that 1 week to push these quarterbacks through to the playoffs, or that one, he hits week 15, he hits week 16 and pushes this team to the finals, that kind of thing. But I love the full Ravens like onslaught. Every Ravens touchdown and yard is essentially covered here in Lamar, Henry, Flowers, and Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Oh, total Ravens
onslaught. So if the Ravens hit, this team is just going to be on fire.
Absolutely. And then Buddy Man, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So Buddy Man 3, 4, 9, 2. So different build there with Drake May, Matthew Stafford, and then goes Cam and then Cam Ward. So I like that quarterback room. Genty, Barkley, Jacobs, Kyron. That is exactly how you can do a hyper fragile 4 running back build. And then hits Tate, Godwin, Cortland Sutton, Romeo Dubs, stacked with May, Omar Cooper, Jeremy Bernard, Jalen Noel, Torrey Horton, Hunter Henry, and Jawan Johnson. So yeah, he threw quantity at receiver since he started at pick 60. I think this makes total sense and works as a 3-4-9-2 build. Stafford, I think. Oh, I thought you had with one of the tight ends.
He's Kyron.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. It's another quarterback running back stack. So Stafford, Kyron, May, and Dubs, and Hunter Henry, and Cam Ward and Tate, his first receiver.
Yep.
I like this team a lot. I've done a lot of like the hyper fragile, not a lot, but I did it the year I had a good bit of success 2024 season. And I had some success with 3-4 builds, 3-4-8-3 or 3-4-9-2. And I like this a ton. Your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, overall, I think it's super strong. Those 4 running backs, the discount that you're getting on Jacobs, the discount that you got on Kyron, Kyron, I think, could go at the 2-3 turn, and he goes here at the 3-4 turn. I think is fantastic. The only slight knock on it is week 11 bye. You're down 2 of the running backs, and you're down your top 2 quarterbacks and one of your 2 tight ends. So, you need Ward and your other tight end to really hit that week. Otherwise, you could, just be hurting for raw points that week, since your flex can't come from the running back room as well. But overall, I think it's a very well built team.
Yeah,
and can be a lot of fun if it makes it to the postseason.
Absolutely. And Paul, going back to Paul's comment, I think he's talking about his team. And sometimes I think people are way too black and white with, okay, I took a double elite. And if, who did he have? Was it
Lamar and Hurts?
Lamar and Hurts. Well, if Lamar and Hurts get injured, the team's dead. No, not. I mean, we saw it. Brock Purdy was the perfect example. Out 8 games and was the quarterback you needed in the playoffs, and especially week 17. So we see this all the time, that it's not always black and white, that quarterbacks are out for the year or they're not injured at all. There's a ton of instances of 2 games, 5 games, 8 games. You know what I mean? And in those situations, perhaps to push that team through the playoffs, Rodgers helps push you through the playoffs, and then Lamar or Hurts. So go ahead. Yeah.
One of the perfect examples is your BBM3 team that made it to the finals. In the postseason. You had Kirk and Dak, and they both were helping you in the postseason. But Dak missed all those games, from week 2. He wasn't good week 1. It was weeks 2 through 7 or something like that. And Carson Wentz had like 2 really good games during that time. Carson Wentz was terrible. He got benched. And he was pretty awful, but he had 2 good games.
But he gave me what I needed to get the team through to playoffs. And then Cousins and Dak were nuts in the playoffs. So yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think that's a big, big, big piece that's missed in best ball content is too black and white at the quarterback position. It's not necessarily, look at Sam Sherman's team. My God, and I can, people will, we had a good pod. I don't care what pod luck. Bottom line is he would have made $0 on that team. And of course he was going to go 3rd quarterback because he started with Purdy and Bryce Young. So of course he was naturally, I think, structurally going to do a 3rd quarterback. But even if it was, even if it was Jaden and Purdy, look what all the time Jaden missed, and honestly wasn't that great last year. He would have not made the playoffs had he drafted Tyler Shuck. You know what I mean? And people will be like, oh, how is that going to help? That's how it helps. Like that. Look at Sam Sherman's team. It won $2 million and it would have won $0 if he didn't draft Shuck.
The other example is the one I always bring up is with BBM 4 or 5. The one that he missed on his stacks, and his quarterbacks were Stroud, Tua, and Love. Love was the only one who was actually stacked with a passing weapon, and Love was awful that year to start. The first 8 weeks, Packers are talking about drafting a quarterback, and then Love just goes nuts like the last 6 7
Remember that Thanksgiving game? He went like nuts.
He went nuts there, and like the week before is when it started. But he needed those 40 burger. Like Stroud had a 40 burger. Tua had
some big ones,
some really big games. And he needed those to advance. Otherwise, Jordan Love doesn't make the playoffs. And without Jordan Love, he doesn't win
in the playoff.
finals.
Yeah, absolutely. So sometimes it's the ping pong, which we talked about in the quarterback running back stack part. It's the ping pong of the season and the playoffs. And so I just think that needs to be talked about more in best ball content. Is it's not always that black and white. And Paul's point is absolutely, perfect. And I hope Aaron Rodgers saves you because if Aaron Rodgers saves you, that means that good stuff. That means he's going to help me too. Mike says, thanks for the review. Can't resist the fall in Stafford.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's another
example
of like, just take the fall and the value in BBM. Absolutely. Good to see you, Hallie on, and how you guys, the drafts are going well. We just finished a BBM, just did the last review for that. I will leave it to the chat now, Steve. We had talked about Eliminator. What do you want to throw out there? And I may ask you to.
I think Eliminator or a puppy. Like, it's just like sometimes with too many options. Let's just give 2 options and whatever people want to do. Yeah,
Eliminator or puppy. Just because Rudy's being annoying, would you be able to do it on your account? Jeremy wants to do another BBM. I'm doing a BBM tomorrow with BBG, so I'm going to save my next BBM instead, unless Steve wants to do a BBM with me.
Definitely Mastiff. Definitely. No, I can bring up my account.
He says, I mean, if everybody wants to do a BBM and you don't mind doing it on your account, we can do that. So Mike says puppy. I'll use the fun little thing. Let's have some fun as Rudy's biting my what do we draft next? A limb, BBM, puppy. Those are the 3 options because I think most people have I know I have my pit bulls done. I think you're close to having your pit bulls done.
Yeah.
1, if you want a limb. 2, if you want BBM on Steve's account. I'll be back in the BBM streets with BBG tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. 3, if you want a puppy. Put it in the chat. Put the numbers in the chat. Can you put the Mastiff on layaway? That's great. A couple Mastiffs in the chat. I would need a lot more site credits to pull that off. Put Mastiff in the poll. Hell no. Yeah. I was like, Steve, take the sticks. Rudy's biting my are you actually playing with the toy? He's going nuts, biting me. And then at one point I thought he was going to vomit, probably from too much of this. So in case I had to go. Okay, the votes are coming in. Come on Baby says, saving my last pit bull bullet for when it starts to get close to full. That's smart. Come on Baby, very smart. So let's give it another minute for the votes to come in. Right now, puppy is in the lead. No limb. I thought people were into the limb, so that's why I threw it out there. But that's why it's good, democracy. Let democracy decide. I don't know. Paulino says a limb. I think Come On Baby is so smart. I apologize every time I see him, but I love him, chatting it up with him and him coming into our streams. Absolutely love it. Love all you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching, liking, drafting, chatting, all the good things. Once my field general clears out, I'm gonna be loading up on the limb. That's hysterical. I'll give it another minute, but puppy is in the lead. Good to see you, Hockey Hooligan. I am an limb guy. DG Quill. Jeremy says, so BBM. Jeremy, come back at 11 a.m. tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. BBG and I will be drafting a BBM. It looks like puppy won it, Steve. So do you want to count that down?
All right. I will bring up the puppy. I will enter it in 10 seconds. Aaron in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. All right, waiting on 6 spots.
I think another super flex will come because his field general's full, right?
Yeah.
The field general's full, and obviously the other that was a Frenchie super flex. So I bet we get another super flex. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it like around July 4th or something like that. Like maybe we wait another week or two, but okay, Rudy. I mean, are we just not tired yet?
Yeah, no, I think we'll get some more super flex. We'll be interested. So this is very much friends and family. We got Legion, we got heavy hitter in here. We got Buddy Man. We got FK Coolers. Got JT. We got I'm Huckleberry, and we got Hartman.
Oh, Mike was like, rug him, Steven. We love you, Mike. Mike does all this nice behind the scenes for us, and he has to log how many? Legion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of 12 of us. It's Fanspeak fam.
Yeah.
Puppy's only 2 out of 12, right? Unfortunately.
Yep. So
Okay.
if I missed anyone else in here, please let us know if you're in chat.
That is absolutely friends and fam. Yeah, he was like, rug him, Steve.
I think he thought that I did, but nope, they knew.
I'm looking for German Shepherds. That's the one you made, German Shepherd.
Superflex finals.
Superflex finals. You was what 15th or 10th?
I want to say 10th.
Okay. I'm in DFS taken. Is DFS
takes my money.
Okay. DFS takes my money. That's hysterical.
Right here. He's on the clock right now.
Okay. Going to be a tough room indeed. Okay. Good to see you, Terry, in there. You better not have missed anyone. Okay.
Oh, geez. We're getting JT in trouble, Meg.
What?
Did you see his comment?
Wait, no, I thought we were up. What is JT's way behind my bedtime? Wife is yelling at me and flicking the light on and off. Oh my God. Oh no, JT. Oh my God. Sorry, phone spell check.
No
That's
worries.
awesome. Terry, that's hysterical. JT, we didn't mean to get you in trouble. Sorry, JT.
I know. I wanted to pull up Jefferson, but it wouldn't be a pull up. But so, what do you want to do here at the turn?
If Liam falls to us, I'm taking. Damn. Okay, Hartman. Honestly, anybody but Achan. I don't take much Achan, but I'll let you.
These are still your ranks. I've not changed them yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then let's go my 2. Saquon Cook. Sure. Why not? Let's have some fun. Oh, do you love drafting off my ranks?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Oh, wait.
It's a black belt in Taekwondo. Oh my God.
Good luck, JT.
Yeah, good luck, JT. Paul says, would you say your life is saying, come on, baby, turn the lights off? That's great. That's pretty good. Did Huckleberry get? I was so shocked to hear about Meg's Liam hate. Yeah, no, it's pretty well established. I let it fly on Toxic Tower. When in Rome, let it out. I just think he's very condescending.
Yeah.
I didn't realize someone in Toxic Tower Discord was like, you guys follow each other on Twitter. I was like, I had no idea that I was following him or that he was following me. And I clearly probably have him muted, but because I definitely don't see him. Hi, are we finally going to settle down?
Oh, good. It's the drafts are ending.
I need to finish an article after this. I've already started. He now lays his head on the desk. Look, Steve.
He's ridiculous. Is he eating something?
Yeah, he might try to eat the paper. Okay, just lay your head down there. Okay. You're so sweet.
All right. Come back here.
I'm sorry. I'm dying. I don't speak, but I'm pretty sure she's cussing me out right now. This is too good.
Oh, man.
God. JT, I hope you advance in this draft because you got to make this one worth it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what does JT start? McCaffrey, Chase Brown? I think it might be worth it to get cussed out. Come here, buddy.
I mean, if you take Rogers, Meg will cuss you out in English. So.
That's good. Oh my God, mark that. Clip that. Actually, apparently, if you say that now, though, this is going to be over 2 hours in StreamYard, it'll AI clip it for you if you say clip that. I was looking into I'm doing more YouTube shorts. So okay, Rudy's finally laying. All's right in the world. Hi, buddy. Hi.
So Paulina does the Bengals Raven stack here.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So wait, so with DFS takes my money, we have 9 in here. The only ones are how about the RDA and Boomer, right? That's it.
And yeah, yep.
Oh
So
boy, bud.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun room.
Absolutely. Come
on, he says I'm laughing. That's true. I've experienced it. Levitian would love the visual setup of the dog. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. One time I cold emailed when I reached out in 2021, wanted to start working in the industry, and Pat Mayo wrote me back. Adam Levitan wrote me back too, and I did like a whole shtick, like I had Riggs, and I was like, for Riggs, I'm Megan, and we'll see you next time. And I like did a lot of his case. I'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, go ahead. Turn is where show me Scatabo.
Oh, Josh Allen went. We couldn't get the Allen Cook.
I was actually going to say that. Is Scatabo gone?
No. Do you want to take Lad first?
Yeah. And
there's Scatabo.
Yay! You're gonna be so happy. We can do the old hyper fragile if we want. Yeah, so I had sent like just cold emailed like companies, and I cold emailed ETR, I cold emailed Pat Mayo, and they were the two that got back to me. I tried to do really creative videos, and they both answered. But with Adams, I kind of did his like how he signs off and everything, and he was like, "This is great." So yeah, it's that was really cool. And then Pat Mayo obviously wrote me back and helped me, so I'm under his coaching tree. I don't know if he'd want to admit that. Shout out Pat Mayo, absolutely cranking out the US Open content right now. Yeah. I think he has a cut sweat show tomorrow. Hi, buddy. She said when her mother visits, I'm pretty sure they're belittling me in Chinese. I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Look at Rudy laying on my shoulder. Oh, you were so naughty. You probably drove away viewers earlier with the barking and squeaking. Huh. What do you think? Are you going to help me draft boxer contest later this summer? What do you think? Look, he's just not moving. I was the OG, so you think you could tout. Yeah, I was just blind, cold emailing companies. I did. I was like, I think I can tout. I'm just going to email videos. Oh my. It worked.
It did. It did.
Yeah, shout out Pat Mayo. Him giving me the opportunity to just put like, content on his channel and learn. I mean, my first videos were so bad. So like when they say in the So You Think You Can Tout content, like doing the reps makes a lot of difference. Like I got so many reps just putting content on his channel for tiers, ironically, which I really don't play anymore. Every now and then I'll sprinkle it in. What do we... Is this comfortable, Rudy?
He's ridiculous.
Boxers are so adorably weird. Speaking of US Open, I think it starts at like 6 a.m. because they had to call it. They had like a 3-hour fog delay. Did you see the end of it, Steve, or were you just watching?
I did. I watched the beginning, active delay, but for a good bit, but did not. I
saw like Spieth's like first 9 holes, and I got so frustrated. His putter was just. I do not understand. I don't know enough about golf to truly understand this, but I don't understand why he doesn't go to the Malik putter. I mean, Wyndham Clark is crushing it right now. Made a mallet putter change. Like his, ball striking was good. Needed to get the putter going, and he has. And now he's first in this and has finished top 5, top 10 the last 3 tournaments. Yeah. Won 1 and finished top 6 or something like that in the other 2. I think it was like first, third, and 7th or something like that. I mean, he's all right. Just lay down, bud. All right, so we'll be back up at 8. Okay, I can't read. 60 and 61, right?
Yes, 1661. So we obviously 031 right now. And we will see what gets back to us.
What are you you're not logged into BBO right now to see your exposures. Is there any exposures you're trying to get more of right now?
I mean, I'm kind of low on Judkins. I could use more Christian Watson, in this range.
Brian Thomas is one. I'm going to raise him again in our rankings tomorrow. I'm so bullish. So if you want to take BTJ there, Watson goes to Huckleberry. I'd be fine with Rome BTJ to third year guys.
I think we
goes.
take Lamar at 60. To get Lamar at 60 is insane to me. I mean, your rank has 45. I'm in that same ballpark.
Can we go BTJ still? I think we need another receiver.
We can do BTJ is the other. He does have the same buy as McConkey and James Cook, but
I mean, the only thing I'll say is when we go super robust like that, I do like kind of waiting to the middle rounds or a little bit later on quarterback, but I agree that that's great value. And Lamar's play obviously finishes with the Bengals. Who does I'm trying to think who they play. They play the Steelers week 15, I believe. And then I can't remember off the top week 16 and week 17, the Bengals, obviously.
Yeah. So I mean, I know on paper it's not that far off Lamar's price, but I think Lamar just goes too late to get that kind of gap between Lamar and Josh Allen.
What do you think about the new coaching staff? I know nothing about him.
Never been a play caller, but under Ben Johnson, it's a pretty good, person to follow. Does that always work? No, of course not. But I don't know. I just think that we've seen the upside. We saw with the Lions with Ben Johnson. We saw it obviously in Chicago with Ben Johnson. So I think it could be a lot of fun. And the Ravens have a lot of pieces in place already. Lamar, the thing with Lamar is when he's healthy, he's an MVP. When he's not, you're in trouble. But it's like, there's an injury risk here, but you need to take him because when he is healthy, he can just be the league winner.
Right. No, I definitely, even though I take a ton of quarterbacks, and I talked about this on Fantasy Sanctuary on Monday, I take a ton in that 6 through 11 range, 6 through 12 range. I take a ton of quarterbacks there. Did we lose signal or something? I feel like we lost a ton of viewers. Is it because Rudy went off the channel?
I don't know.
Let me just check. Anyways, there was something else I was just going to say, and I lost my train of thought.
Well, let's answer this question.
I personally take him when he falls in round 3. So yeah, I mean, we're playing for end of season. I mean, I do worry about how he's going to be this year, but I just think he's such an elite talent. And I do still like the Raven or Giants offense. I know people get skeeved out by Nagy and stuff, but I think when he falls in late round 3, I take him.
So where he went here, 33, I think that's where he starts to become interesting. I still think there's a lot of risk. I know they're saying for week 1, but what does that mean? You look at this time last year, we heard this about Chris Godwin. He obviously didn't play week 1. We've heard this about a lot of receivers or backs coming back, this early. If that's the drumbeat in August, that he's going to be ready week 1, going to avoid the pup, feel much better. But right now it's just kind of meaningless. Not totally meaningless, but we just kind of have to see when he can get back on, truly back on the training camp field and, how ready he'll be. Because if he does hit pup, that is a factor.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping not. And I just think taking him in the 3rd round is less risky, and I do like the discount there. So I'm fine taking him in the 3rd round. Huckleberry says that Hertz Lemon stack is going to be 85% on. So where did Hertz Lemon go?
Legion got him.
Legion. Okay.
We're on the clock.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
You want to do Trevor Lawrence?
Is it too early for him? That or did Herbert go? Herbert went to Huckleberry. Okay. Yeah. Then let's go Lawrence. And then I think we need the receiver. We were way behind at receiver.
Addison, Godwin.
Why don't you sort? Is it sorted by ADP? I'd go Addison.
I'd probably lean Godwin.
Okay, that's fine. Are you worried? I mean, he wasn't great last year. I mean, you just
this is the whole thing on here. He was coming back from a serious injury. I think it's another year removed, and you're also removing Mike Evans from the mix. So they're expecting him to step up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing with Addison is, well, I think the quarterback play improves. So does the wide receiver 3 play, in Juwan Jennings. So that's not going to eat into Justin Jefferson, but that could eat into Addison. And even if it's only like 10%.
I still think Addison's such a good spike week guy that I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's just that those spike weeks could become 18-point games if he loses, 2 targets a game.
Yeah. Legion, are you out on Devonta Smith? He says Hurts in the wide receiver 1. I still love me some Devonta Smith. It's funny though, Steve. I was thinking about this the other day when, I talk about Jaden Daniels and fragile build and Bryce Young and, these so there are more running quarterbacks, but these quarterbacks with these very petite frame, small builds, right? And that I worry about their longevity. I mean, obviously we're playing best ball, so we're just talking about the 2026 season, but as a Washington fan, I worry about longevity. But even for the 2026 season, we saw it last year. And even the year before when he had the nuts season, he got banged up in middle of the season. And, he was certainly not himself for like 3 or 4 games. So, that can be a range of outcomes too. But I get so nervous about these. The summary is I get so nervous and kind of tentative about these like very fragile, petite build quarterbacks. Yet I love these petite receivers. Like, hello, Travis Hunter, Devonta Smith. So like some of the receivers I have a ton of exposure to, I'm like, holy smokes. Like I certainly am not as worried about it in the receiver department, but Addison is not he's a smaller guy. But I'm trying to think of who I have like high exposure to right now. Devonta Smith, Travis Hunter, and there's one other one, Lad McConkey. I like my little receivers. Yet, I kind of admit it, and I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth as far as fragility. But do you worry about less than receiver than quarterback, or how do you think of it?
I mean, receivers are just going to take less hits, particularly if they're, rushing quarterbacks take more hits than pocket passers. And
you think receivers take less hits than quarterbacks?
I mean, you're only going to get, 100 catches, so you're not going to get hit. You might make contact blocking and stuff like that. And every now and then you could, get rolled up on a block and stuff like that. But overall, you're only going to get hit 100 times. Like a quarterback, not just sacks, which could be 40 plus, and in some cases 50, 60 plus. If you're rushing, you're going to get hit then the majority of the time. And every time you catch it doesn't mean you get hit every time. And
that's true.
And not every time you run, obviously quarterbacks can run out of bounds or slide and stuff like that. But quarterbacks take a lot of hits even when they get the ball off.
There's plenty of times where they, however, they have 8 receptions a game, but they're not necessarily getting tackled 8 times.
Yeah.
Okay. We could double stack with Myers. I don't take Golden much, but I
wouldn't take Myers. I think Golden's a good pick here.
Why don't you like Myers?
We already have 2 week 7 buys in our first 2 receivers.
Yeah, I just meant like double stacking. I don't know. What are your thoughts then? Could you click the receiver tab, Steve? Because we could certainly do like a pull up. If you want to pull up Concepcion or Dubs,
let's do my guy Concepcion.
I feel like we take a lot. We took Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, we'll just take this. We could have taken Rashard White.
Yeah, we probably should have done that. Oh well.
We have 3 running backs already. It's not like we're.
Yeah, I don't think we'll do hyper fragile in this one. We could do 2 later now. So unless like there's a really good fall on like Chris Rodriguez or something like that, maybe you could justify. Legion or Huckleberry said, not saying it's a bad stack, Legion, just where they fall is so owned. Okay, of the wide receiver, or excuse me, of Lemon and Hurts and Lemon. Vegas Meg, are you a petite QB petite or wide receiver petite?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. Legion's not out on Devonta. Just I don't love his price. Wish he was more of a 3-4 turn. That's fair. It makes sense.
Yeah, my thing with Devonta is I do think his volume just has to increase. particularly from a touchdown standpoint. And I'm just okay betting on that with him. I know it's a high price. I'm betting on the offense being better. I'd be pretty shocked if it's not, and potentially by a fair margin. And I've said this before, like you go through like the first 11 games last year, or first 11 weeks, and Devonta Smith was outperforming AJ Brown. It was only down the stretch where Brown overtook him. And had that continued, I think Devonta probably would have been roughly paying off his current price.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And just letting anybody know, because I think Terry's new in here, might be somebody else that we do team reviews for our Fanspeak fam. If you'd like to join, it's $3.99 a month. Link in the description, click join, or click link in the description for join. It's $3.99 emojis, team reviews, team contests, which Rob is trying to. So we'll have all this team data from Fanspeak fam drafts, and we will have a contest amongst those drafts and some fun data with that. And 2 extra shows a week on Sundays, 1 taped and 1 live draft on Sundays. So 2 extra shows a week for our Fanspeak fam, which has been a lot of fun. We've been doing some fun things. Steve drafted with my rankings on Sunday. I'm drafting with Steve's rankings this Sunday. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it, Steve. I did like your Meg Ranks team. So if you'd like to join to get a team review, just click the join button. I think most are, but just wanted to throw that out there. We are coming up at, what is that, 132, 133?
Yep. Yeah, 132, 133. So I think definitely in position for at least one being a tight end.
Yeah, could you bring over the thing just to kind of plan ahead this time? If Chris Rodriguez is there, I would like that. So I would queue.
I think if Mark Andrews is there, that's an auto.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we could get both, could you queue Rodriguez? Is he just falling because of the whole? He basically had foot surgery, right?
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, I just know they say he's going to,
but he's going to be fine for training camp. But this is kind of like an artificial fall, in my opinion. Because they said he's going to be fine for training camp.
Yeah,
right.
I mean that's kind of how I feel. Now if we get to camp and he's just clearly behind, then then start to get concerned. But right now it sounds, honestly, we've had more information about him than JCM. I feel like.
I think JCM would practice the other day. I'd take these 2. So.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever heard what the injury was, and that's kind of worrisome.
Wasn't it hamstring? I think. Let me look.
Was it?
No.
I thought it was something.
He's not still on the board, is he?
No. Let me see.
Yeah, I thought it was like a soft tissue. Dealing with undisclosed soft tissue that limited his participation in team's voluntary OTAs. A team has taken cautious approach, but I think he got back on the field.
Yeah, it says he was back on the field.
But it was some soft tissue.
So we'll see.
Jerry says, "Man, this is tough trying to not listen and then put on the spot." No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just wanted to if that's what you meant, I just wanted to let know that team reviews we do for our Fanspeak fam. And I used it as a way to do a plug. So it definitely wasn't me.
Those smooth transitions.
Hey, they said on Toxic Tower last night that I did a smooth transition like a pro. Like I brought it full circle. How about that, Steve?
Some full circle bullshit.
That's some full circle bullshit. I love that movie. What's that movie?
Game Night.
Game Night. Sneaky guy. Anything with Jason Bateman, I love.
Fine for training camp. Could be just debridement surgery. Exactly.
A whole lot of nothing. So let's take the fall, for sure.
Yeah. No, I think right now, guys who are falling, and kind of the same from Malik Neighbors. Like if he keeps falling, I want to take it. Like I just don't think we should, just because of one report, like change our mind for some of these guys. So I think buy some of these falls. Same with, like I know FK is big on the Bucky side. Like take that fall, and why I have concerns about Bucky, like how he scores points. I agree. Like Bucky at 60 is way better than Bucky at 35. So, definitely take some of these falls as they become available.
We appreciate you, Frog. He says, goats, appreciate you, Frog. That's awesome. Good to see you. And then another goat is Mike Robb gifting a Fanspeak Memby out. And who does it go to? It goes to Historical Anomalies. That would have been cool if it went to to Terry. But no, it goes to Historical Anomalies, gets the membership, which we talked about, emojis, team reviews, 2 extra shows per week, and a team contest that Mike is tracking all the data. Thank you, Mike. And hopefully Historical Anomalies enjoys that. And yeah, good to see you, Frog, in here. Mike's just a goat. Appreciate that, especially when you're like tired at the end of the night. You're like, that's so nice to see. Appreciate it. All right, we are up at 156.57. Look at my rankings with the quarterbacks there, and that's a girl who drafts 3 quarterbacks. I know you like Trey Tucker if you want to go there, or if you wanted to go to the third receiver or quarterback and backstack, we could certainly do that because we won't be back up until like almost 180. So what are your thoughts? Talk it through.
Well, Tucker and Strange go. I think it's not a great backstack for Bryce Young, but we could do that.
Why don't we take a receiver first or something and talk about
it? All right. Well, we're out of time. Like there's no receivers here.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with this pick? I don't mind Algier or Pacheco for our 5th running back and be done. Debo or Flournoy from the receiver standpoint.
Flournoy. I love Flournoy.
Okay.
That's there's really no rack stack options for Bryce Young.
Well, Chris Brazell, you can just take a flyer on 18th round.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Daniel Jones. There's nothing left for Daniel Jones.
I just probably would have preferred 1-to-1 him, Daniel Jones, as the quarterback.
Yeah, but unstacked, he's got he's not going to run at all. He's dealing with 2 major leg injuries.
Good pick, JT. Good pick. You're getting heat from your wife. I'm pumping your tires here. You had a great start to the draft, and then you bring it home with Rodgers. I like it.
I think maybe he wanted you to call him a dumbass in English since he was getting it in Cantonese.
I'm not going to do that anymore. Hell yeah, Flournoy. I love there's just more and more good coach speak about Flournoy. Just absolutely love that offense. We do have Scatabo week 17, obviously. Game Tight's in here, smashing that like button. We appreciate you, Game Tight. Thank you so much for joining, hitting the like button. Much, much, much appreciated. JT gonna dream about this team on the couch. That's hysterical. That's great. Frog says not a Mo Alley Cox flavor. No,
I don't know why.
Steve, before I forget, I'm labeling our team. And did you label your team Megan rankings on from Sunday?
I did.
You did.
I just did Meg draft or whatever.
I forgot I did my I've barely done any BBMs. I've done no BBMs by myself. I did my first solo BBM last weekend.
You see, well, first Terry saying he tried to get Flournoy.
Sorry, Terry.
But this is great. Read this.
Man, oh man, times have changed. When I draft Rodgers, I'm an asshole, dumbass. JT drafts him. It's a great pick. Well, Steve made me take Bryce Young, and so I had my 3rd quarterback. Had we not taken a quarterback there, I may have slipped a dumbass out because I would have wanted Aaron Rodgers to come back to us. So it was all because of Steve forcing me to take Bryce Young and have a 3rd quarterback. So, but that is a hysterical point. Excellent point, Colin Baby. And I will say sorry until the day I die, until I stop streaming.
Oh my.
I like when a criminal is only sorry when they get caught. That's hysterical, FK. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Anyways, I was saying I did my first of the season I have 17 BBM entries, including tonight's. 16 of them are all streamed. You know, Friends of Basketball or Sibling Showdown, obviously our 24-hour live stream. And I did my first solo one over the weekend, last weekend. Good stuff. Good story.
There you go. I'm guessing Rogers was on that team and Scatabo.
Let's see. Oh, shit. Someone sniped me from Scatabo. Rogers, yes. Burrow, Dak, Rogers. Hello. Someone sniped me from Scatabo. But Lamb, McConkey, Higgins, Travis Hunter, Jake Ferguson, Pat Fryermuth. So a lot of other Megan staples for sure. Let me know when we're up. I'm labeling this team.
We're about to be up.
Oh, I don't want to forget. I have to finish an article after this.
I think AJ Barner. And then do you want to do running back and go Kamara or Emmett Johnson?
Let's do that. Kamara or Emmett Johnson's fine. Or Katron. One of the.
I'll just do Kamara.
That's fine. So we're done at quarterback, done at running back. Oh shit. So we're only doing 7. Wait, who was the second tight end?
AJ Barner.
I feel like this team needed 8 receivers, but let me see the receivers again one more time. So Ladd, BTJ, Chris Godwin. Ooh, it's not great.
I mean, I think it's fine. Again, the flex should be coming from the running back.
This is why, as much as I love Lamar in the fall, it's hard for me when I go robust running back to do Lamar because, you know, like if we had a receiver in the 60s, I'd feel a lot better about, a little bit better about it. And then, or if we would have gone a running back earlier and done the thrown quantity and do 3-4-8-3, but we wait. I mean, technically, I guess we could have waited with or stopped after Rodriguez, but I guess do we have 4 different buys?
No, we had to.
It's 2 weeks, 7 buys, and Chris Rodriguez. Obviously, we do want to make sure the news is good, so I guess it makes sense. But the receiver room is. I
mean, we still could only do 2 tight ends. I mean, Mark Andrews has top 5 upside. You know, he was that 2 years ago, and you know we're betting on Lamar. Like when Lamar's healthy and Andrews is healthy, you know he's an elite tight end. So like we could theoretically still do 2 tight ends.
Yeah, I just would have liked the second one to be earlier. You know.
Yeah.
Even I don't know. What do you lean towards?
I mean, I don't mind taking 2 more receivers because I think the receivers are more likely to just hit the lineup.
Let me just say hi to Sia. We got Sia in chat. Love seeing you in chat, Sia. Hope your U.S. Open week is going well. I watched Early Wedge this week. Elite as always. But shout out Sia. Can't wait to be streaming with him again during football season on Fantasy Football Day, DFS and Early Edge. But he's on Monday through Friday, Early Edge, and then Early Wedge on Tuesdays, and just crushing the golf matchups, the golf content. But a Washington fan too. Chris Rodriguez, GOAT. But great to see you, Sia. Okay, finish. Sorry, Steve. What were you saying?
No, I think receivers are going to hit more than tight end. And, you know, like I think, you know, there's the Denver guys, obviously Kupp, Mooney, Wicks, and then, of course, Chris Brazell. You know, especially if we're going 8 receivers, I think would be a fun eighth receiver option.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our tight ends are weak, but
the tight ends rarely are going to win you make or break. You know, like
yeah, they do get injured a lot though too. I mean, that's the only thing I worry about.
They do, but even still, like that's not going to necessarily kill your team from a points perspective.
All right, then if you want to throw 8 at it, so who are you queuing up here? Let's queue it up, and these are our last picks. Hi, buds. Hi.
Could do Surratt for a double stack, and then Chris Brazell would be, you know, grabbing 2 from this list.
I mean, do you feel like if we're doing Chris Brazell, we should not do another rookie? We should do like a Cup or like a type play.
I wouldn't mind doing
as much as I love your call on I just lost it. Surratt, and hoping that Surratt, you know, is the prospect that you hope and does something. I think we need like a Cup Brazell if we're going to go Brazell.
Okay. Yeah, that's our 3rd week 11, but we are doing 8 receivers.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine.
He's slowly pushing me out of the chair. Okay, lay down, bud. See, I promise if you're still watching when we stream, he'll be in it. Great. I promise. I promise.
Yikes.
He's so bad. Look how cute he
Well,
is. Oh,
he'll
my
be so
God.
well trained by then.
That is true. That is true. He's going to camp. He's going to camp.
And Mike shouting this out. Don't forget to check out Sia's channel about mental wellness. A must to subscribe to. Positive Works. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Amazing call. Thank you, Mike. That is absolutely true. Yeah, Sia was kind to join me talk about that was the week of the PGA Championship during our 24-hour live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, he just said free Rudy. And he talked about his Positive Works channel. Absolutely love that. Free Rudy. Rudy's now trying to get comfortable behind me. Oh my God.
Oh my.
Rudy. Hey, bud. Here's Uncle Steve, your favorite.
Yeah, Rudy boy.
We can draft boxer drafts together soon. When is that going to be? Huh? Yeah.
All right. This draft is just about done.
That's right.
Paulino and Legion finishing it out.
All right. Sounds good. Sorry for the yawning. I need to finish an article before I go to bed. And I got to get up early to get some stuff done before 11 a.m. I'll be back on the streets, back on the stream with BBG. Can't wait to talk to BBG and draft a BBM with him.
Yep. No, that'll be good. And then, like I said, I'll be on with Nathan Blunt on his channel at 3 p.m. Eastern or noon Pacific. So looking forward to that.
Rudy is over this bullshit. That's a stare. He's like, Mom, when are we going to go on a walk and go to bed? Huh? Are you going to sleep? You did not sleep well last night. Geez, what's for breakfast? I know. Let's see. I love acai bowls. Or might just be cereal though tomorrow. I had eggs, made some, you've had my pimento cheese eggs. I had pimento cheese eggs the other morning, Steve.
Sounds like JT might be out on the streets as well.
Paulina, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's review our team quick. Then we'll do JT's. Like usually, I like going in order, but let's do JT's first, just so
yes, get good call. Bed. Mike says, "I'm proud of you guys for actually telling people the other streams you'll be on." I don't know how you can draft Cup after seeing.
I know. I totally. I am ashamed I missed that question.
It was rough. Yeah. I love that Bernie's doing the Spike Week charts from the Best Ball Guide. One last plug. Put it in what was I going to say? Oh, link in the description or pinned in the description for our Substack. 20% off, less than $30 for an entire year. And not only do you get our rankings and all our best ball content, but year-round content and the Best Ball Guide for free. Terry says, thank you. I am all over the place. But we appreciate everybody in here chatting, liking, hopefully subscribing to the channel, and drafting with us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Again, I will be back 11 a.m. tomorrow with BBG, but we will do team reviews for our Fanspeak fam and get on out of here so I can get a article finished too. Terry said, but trying to stack one. Yeah. Okay. So let's do JT's first. Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can just quickly look at our team.
Our team 3582. Got the Lamar Fall, Lawrence, Bryce Young is just having a third piece there. I like the early running back room. Overall, Rodriguez and Kamara are fun additional picks. And receiver, to me, I personally think we're fine with McConkey, Thomas, Godwin. I consider Golden and Concepcion as two guys who could exceed their value, particularly Concepcion.
It's probably just because they're not my favorite clicks, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then, Flournoy, Cup, and Rizzo. I don't mind going 8 with it, but I do think it's fine. And then Andrews, Barner, I'm actually fine going 2 tight end with those two as well.
For me, it probably would have been a 3-4-8-3, but I get it. Okay, go ahead.
So JT's team 3582, May, Rogers, Deshaun Watson, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Quinshon Judkins, Rico Dowdle. Very, very strong running back.
Fire. Yeah. Back to running back Pierce, quarterback too. Yeah.
So Alec Pierce, Xavier Worthy, Khalil Shakir, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Naylor, Jaron Bernard, Jerry Jeudy, Kayshon Boutte, Obviously weighted at the receiver room, need good information coming from, Pierce especially, but I like it. Spike week guys, floor guys, spike week guys, floor guys, kind of down the board. And clearly the flex for this team to win, the flex needs to come from the running back room.
Yeah.
And it should. And then 2 tight ends, Loveland and Fannin, obviously very stacked up there with, Cleveland, Rogers and, Rico and Jeremy. And then, Drake May with, where was it? Keishon Boutte. So I think it's a fun team, a lot of upside in quarterback room. Like May can be quarterback 1, and 2 guys with him. Running backs should just get you a ton of points. So you just need enough spikes from this receiver room, I think.
Yeah, quantity. You're just looking for 3 receiver scores a week out of the 8. So I like how it was structured. Great team, JT. And hopefully you're not in too much trouble. Make sure that you board him after the draft. I had to pee. I was scared to go inside, so I peed outside the edge of the house. Oh my God, this team might be worth 2 couch nights. Hey, I like the team. I mean, I'm not Deshaun Watson drafter, but that running back room is fire. JT, hopefully you're not in trouble. We had fun drafting with you. We appreciate it. Why don't we just do a quick peek at Terry's team, since we do team reviews for Fanspeak.
Let me do the board real quick just to give Mike that.
And you just put Terry's team here and then do the other team reviews of the Fanspeak fam.
And all right, I will go to Terry's team real quick. Appreciate him for joining us. For sure, 3762, Burrow, Dak, Darnold, Travion Hubbard, Woody Marks, Charbonnet, Singleton, Emma Johnson, George Maloney.
Structurally, like, so he went 0 RB, more
0 RB, heavy receiver up top. Yeah, so heavy receiver up top 4, and then 2 late, and then tight end wise, 2 in the mid tier. So, and Dak stacked up there as well. So, I think it's a excuse me, I think it's a 0 RB team clearly, and that's why you need quantity. And then he handcuffed the Seattle room. I think that's kind of fun way to approach them.
Yeah. I definitely like handcuffs.
And then has a big Seattle stack, and Higgins with Burrow as well. So
he's stacked up Burrow and Dak too. So that's fun.
The way I look at it, it's a sink or swim team. It's either going to be first or near the bottom, depending on how the running backs work out. Like if the running backs hit, the receivers should be great. Tight ends are good. Quarterbacks are great. So I think it has a lot of potential if the running backs can just get you enough points from those 7.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for drafting with us. And let's keep review the rest of Fanspeak fam, Steve.
So this is Legion, Hurts, Purdy, Bijan, Love, Swift, Tank Bigsby, Brian Robinson. So handcuffing the Atlanta room, Katron Allen. I think that's a nice running back room.
The first 3 running backs are awesome.
3 starters, and then handcuffing your top guy.
Yeah.
Also having another top handcuffed option. Obviously, anything happens to Saquon, Tank Bigsby becomes a massive value. And then Katron just has real upside given the uncertainty of the backfield. Olave, Devontae Adams, Lemon with Hurts, Ricky P with Purdy, Romeo Doubs, Rashid Shaheed, Jalen McMillan. So stopping at 145. So you just gets a bunch of receivers in this that are a couple are more likely 3s, like a Jalen Millen, but 1s and 2s, and kind of balancing touchdowns of Adams with Mekhi Lemon, Ricky P and Romeo Doubs, and Shaheed I think has some real spike week potential. So overall, I think their wide receiver room is strong. And then I remember seeing this tight end wise, kind of anchored with Travis Kelce, and then 2 late shots in Stellers and Mike Gesicki. So
can you scroll up to the top? I just want to see the quarterbacks again. Okay,
so he really stacked up Hurts,
Purdy. Okay, gotcha. No, I think structurally makes sense. You stacked up Hurts, Purdy. I think that makes a ton of sense. So I like that. Whose team was that again? Like that, Legion. All right, we got a lot to go through, Steve. So let's fire away.
Paulino 3582, Jaden Baker Mendoza. Just hitting in 3 different tiers of the
Another
quarterback
Baker
room.
fall again.
Yeah. And Bayshell Tootin, Tony Pollard, Kenneth Gainwell, JCM, Dylan Sampson. Not my favorite group to only go 5 running backs. Just, there's a lot of uncertainty in these rooms, but it's a puppy. So if it hits, it could go, you're getting value with this group. And receiver wise, I mentioned as we started, Chase, Flowers, and then McLaurin. I think those are 3 excellent receivers to start. Jordan Addison, Omar Cooper, and Mitchell from the Jets, Ted Hurst, Jalen Knoll. So a lot of young upside in the bottom of the receiver room, and the veterans kind of, the top 4 to kind of be your anchor. So it's an interesting 4-and-4 build, 4 guys you can count on, 4 guys with a lot of upside. And then 2 tight ends, Bowers and Chig. And Chig, obviously, and McLaurin with Jaden. Bowers,
Chig is perfect. That tight end room. Yeah, like you said, some weren't some of my favorite players or whatever, but I think it's still a fun team. Terry says, thanks for letting me draft. Oh, absolutely. Appreciate you drafting with us. Thank you for coming in and drafting with us. We're here every Thursday night and we have best ball shows every single weekday. And Paul says, thank you. Is going for the week 17 Philly, San Francisco. Yeah, absolutely. JT said, I'm outside drafting on the porch. I might still be here the next time you stream. JT, good luck to you, my friend.
Okay. God. All right. This is Mike's team, Buddy Man. 2673, Bo Nix, Matt Stafford, Bucky, Blake Corum, Keaton Mitchell, Jonah Coleman, Isaiah Pacheco, and Ray Davis. So throwing, because you're starting Bucky and not a lot of clear starters, so throwing some more volume at it.
I think that's good. Yeah.
I think that's how you approach that.
They're not my favorite clicks, but it's good to mix it up, and I'm glad. I think that's good. You threw 6 at it.
Yeah, I mean, this receiver room is very strong. Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Rasheed Rice, Emeka Mbuka, 4 in the top 43, plus Cortland Sutton, and then Antonio Williams, Pat Bryant.
So he stacked up Baker next nicely. Yeah, absolutely. And then
Tyler Warren, Kincaid, and Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah, that's a fun team. I mean, I again. I think that maybe even could have been if you were going to do only 2 quarterbacks, you could have gone 3, but I always go 3 quarterbacks over 3 tight ends. And I think it could have even been a 2-7-7-2, if it but that's just probably my take on the running backs.
Yeah, I think Ferguson also is stacked with Stafford.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
And I sent you a thing today that was in the Toxic Tower Discord. There's been some good coach speak about how he'll be deployed, and I need to move my rankings. Our rankings will be updated tomorrow. Sorry, I'm trying to power through. Our rankings will be updated by tomorrow night as well. Go ahead. But that is that is fun, buddy.
And the other thing with Kincaid's fun. He does have clearly a lot of injury risk. So.
Hell yeah, go Steelers. I'm like a full-blown Steelers fan, Terry. I need my dad to find his terrible towel. Didn't mind considering I got sniped on QB. The boys got me a couple times. Yeah, tough room, but no, still a fun team, Mike. Appreciate you. Okay, go ahead. Coolers.
FK 2574. So different build there. Mahomes, Kyler, JT, Travis Etienne, David Montgomery, Jadarian Price, Aaron Jones. Very, very strong running back room. 5 by Aaron Jones feels good. And Jones, he mentioned it. And when we talked about quarterback, running back stacks, Kyler Jones being one that he mentioned. Yeah. Drake London, Tedero McMillan, DK Metcalf, Wandale, Travis Hunter, Stribling, and Dontavian Wicks. I think the first 3 are really good. I think Wandale gets a nice little fall there. Hunter, upside swing, Stribling, upside swing. I think I like him getting him a little bit of fall there. And then Wicks also, I think is interesting. And then 4 tight ends.
Yeah, he went late. It's like they were 4 of his last. Well, I guess outside of Juwan Johnson. But no, they were late tight ends. So I think you can do that. That's when you do it.
Yeah, and I think this works if they can help hit your flex a little bit. But also, he's going to have 4 guys giving him a top tight end score. There's some spike week upside for, I'd say 3 of the 4. I don't think has a lot of spike week upside, but he's like your floor play, and the other ones can spike at any given time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like
that.
Next
okay,
up, we already did JT's team.
So
we got Huckleberry and Hartman. So Huckleberry, Herbert, Shuck, and Gino.
3-4-7-4. We were having some fun builds.
Another 4 tight end room. I did see him do the hyper fragile Genty, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, and then tacking on Tyron Tracy. Only concern there is Genty and Hall having the same bye, but so you're going to have to rely on Tyron Tracy that week. Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Jordan Tyson, Quinshon Johnson, Josh Downs, Trey Tucker, Trey Harris. Yeah, I remember him snacking Trey Tucker from us. But no, the receiver room, a lot of upside here, a lot of spike week upside.
So he stacked up Shuck and Herbert nicely too. Okay, and tight ends? And
then tight end, Gadsden, Sadiq, Greg Dulcich, and Colby Parkinson. So, I obviously stacked as well.
Stacked Sadiq and then stacked
and Gadsden.
I don't think you needed 4, but I think
I think there's. I actually will say when Gadsden and Sadiq are your first 2, I think having 4 is probably good because there's a lot of uncertainty in both those guys. Like they're both dealing with good competition for even tight end 1. Is the way I look at it. So, I think taking two other shots late helps round it out.
Oh my God, the JT updates are hysterical, Mike. I am a Steelers fan now. It's so crazy. I'm so rooting for them this year. I swear it has nothing to do with you. I'm just going back to my Yinzer roots. I swear. I don't think I have a starter tight end 1. Was that Huckleberry's team?
Week 1. I actually think Parkinson might be your starter week 1. Maybe Terrence Ferguson overtakes him over the course of the season. Yeah, he just said maybe Parkinson.
Okay.
And Dulcich probably is as well. But
no, that's still fun. It's fun to mix up the different builds. Okay, last one. Hartman.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Cam Ward, Omarion Hampton, Javonte Williams, RJ Harvey, Tajay Spears, and Mike Washington. So 2 quarterbacks, just Allen and Ward. Hampton, Javonte, kind of like a double anchor, Harvey in the middle, and then Spears and Washington later. I think that works out well, especially if the injury issues with Harvey is not too serious. Lamb, Adunze, Tate. I love the Tate Ward combo.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed, followed up with Jacoby Myers and Steph Diggs, Calvin Ridley, and Keon Coleman. So
I think there's a lot of my favorite late receivers. I like the Ridley and Coleman and Diggs. That's great value.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of upside in this receiver room. I've mentioned Jaden Reed before. They paid him. 2 guys are off the receiver depth chart. I think he'll probably even see more time in 2 wide receiver sets now. And, I'm excited for his upside if he can stay healthy. Finally, tight end room, Kyle Pitts, Brenton Strange, and Gunnar Home, another stack there. I think that's a fun 3 tight end room. Yeah. Pitts in the middle, and then 2 later guys who I think both have some value. Allen and Ward.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense then. Yeah, no, I think
so. That was why the Keon Coleman pick also.
I like the Keon Coleman. I'm finishing an article. It's called 7 players to target late in best ball drafts, a couple at each position. I'm sure you could guess. Actually, fun game to finish out the show. But answer this question first from Terry. Did Harvey have a shoulder surgery? I knew we got the news.
Was it shoulder? I can't remember what it.
I think it was.
Yeah. Wasn't labrum, was it? I'm trying to remember what it was.
If you go to his underdog thing, it says yes. The AI review says yes. Denver Broncos. I knew there was news this week about the Harvey injury coming back from that. Yeah,
it was a torn labrum.
Yeah. Off-season surgery to repair a torn labrum that was sustained in the AFC Championship game while the injury was kept quiet for months. So yeah, but despite the surgery, he's a full go for mini camp and expected to be fully ready for a training camp. So, all right. Oh, try to play a game in 60 seconds or less. I will start the clock in 1 minute. See if there are 7 players. I won't tell you how many at each position. Here, the clock. There are 7 players that I'm writing about, finishing up.
Here's JT's update. Make a run for my bedroom. Good luck, JT.
I'm going to make a run to my bedroom. Good luck, JT. Oh my God. Okay, Steve, I'm finishing an article. 7 players to target late in best ball drafts. Has to be after pick 150. Most are later than that. So see how many you can get in 60 seconds. Hold on. I woke Rudy up. The timer starts now.
Aaron Rodgers and Pat Fryermuth.
Ding, ding. 2. Can you get 5 more in 50 seconds?
Ryan Flournoy.
Ding, ding. 3. We just talked about one.
Brendan Strange.
No.
Oh, Keon Coleman.
Yep. 4.
You don't like a lot of those good tight ends that you should like late.
It's after 150, my friend.
And Brendan Strange goes 153.
Yeah, in 25 seconds. It's a crowded wide receiver room. 20 seconds.
I don't know. Sean Tucker.
Yep. 2 more.
Oh boy. Deebo Samuel, I hope.
No.
Okay.
5 seconds.
I can't think.
You got 5 out of 7. And you guys will have to read the article for the last 2. The last 2. They're on the
what a rug pull.
FK said you can't be Rodgers because you can't take him at 140. It's where his ADP is. My rankings is one. Oh my God, Rudy, 147. You are a beast. 147. Trey Tucker is a good one. What's his ADP?
It's at 150.
Yeah, that probably should be on there. All right. I think we did all the reviews. We did 2 drafts, a BBM, a puppy, all the team reviews for the Fanspeak fam. Had a blast drafting with you guys. That was awesome. I'm posting in this article tonight. Then I'm going to go to bed because Friends of Best Ball starts at 11 a.m. Eastern with our guy, Eric, BBG, Best Ball Guy, 11 a.m. Eastern. Join us here for Friends of Best Ball. We'll have our rankings updated tomorrow night. We update them weekly. And again, one last time, link in the description or pinned in the chat for a link to our Substack. You get all the rankings, you get all their articles, and you get all the DEGEN stuff year-round for less than $30. Steve, final thoughts for the people.
This was fun. I hope everyone has a good night. I hope JT's okay. and looking forward to your draft tomorrow with BBG and me on Nice and Blunt's channel tomorrow.
Yes. 2 appearances tomorrow. I will leave you with the Best Ball Guide, which is a free gift for our Fanspeak DEGEN paid subscribers. I'll leave you with that. For Rudy, for Steve, I'm Meg. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're serious about crushing best ball in 2026, the Fanspeak Best Ball Guide is built for you. Inside, you'll find breakdowns for all 32 NFL teams, including coaching notes, strengths, weaknesses, and key stats to help you understand every offense heading into draft season. We've also created player profiles for every draftable best ball player, featuring advanced metrics, MVP stats, production data, and exclusive spike week charts that highlight league-winning performances. Looking for rookie analysis? Steve, our rookie guru, breaks down this year's incoming rookie class so you know which rookies to prioritize. And whether you're playing season-long, Eliminator, or Superflex best ball formats, you'll get strategy articles designed specifically for each contest type. The goal is simple. Put all the information you need in one place so you can draft with confidence all season long. The 2026 Fanspeak Best Ball Guide is available exclusively for paid Fanspeak DEGEN subscribers. Check the links below to join today and unlock everything you need to attack best ball season with an edge over your competition. Fanspeak's Best Ball